and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/radio and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. hims.com/radio.
Don't miss our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, are you having a good time?
Friday and Saturday, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
iHeartRadio, let's go!
Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
A police investigation has the lanes blocked on Quadro Boulevard northbound at 1st Street. Expect delays northbound 95 between Lantana Road and Okeechobee Boulevard. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Stuck sitting at the dealership waiting for your oil change? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can stay in your car, relax, and we'll get you back on the road in about 15 minutes. Quick, easy, trusted. That's Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, y'all. Do you know what today is?
Today is National Tooth Fairy Day.
National Tooth Fairy Day.
Where's Baby Tooth?
My tooth!
Don't worry. The Tooth Fairy took it and brought you that quarter.
The Tooth Fairy? Who's that?
That little fairy that pays you for losing your teeth.
You're the Tooth Fairy!
The Tooth Fairy?
So that's the Tooth Fairy.
I love the Tooth Fairy.
You can't handle the tooth!
Showtime.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Jimmy.
We haven't had to pull it for quite a while, so we got to lube it up.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Hello, and welcome to the Penthouse on a little Friday. What is going on? Thank you so much for hanging out. You were listening to Rover's Morning Glory, of course, our wonderful morning show. And then you stay tuned in for us. We appreciate you. Or if you're just tuning in right now, good day. Let's make this Thursday a great one. We have Greek out for the day, but you got two of the crew members here in the Penthouse with you. Hello, this is Franny. And of course, good morning, we have Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning, young lady. How you feeling today? A little bit better?
I feel a little bit better. Yeah, getting there slowly but surely, but doing good. I have a feeling Greek is probably going to blame me for him not being.
Well, I was the first one sick on Monday.
You were. We're just
so
spreading.
You can blame me.
We're just spreading it around. Mm-hmm. That's what we're doing. Just when you're so close to each other, you just spread things, and that's what happens.
We're pretty good at that.
Yeah. Well, I know. Like when I wasn't feeling well on Monday, I wasn't feeling well Sunday, but when I wasn't feeling well on Monday already, like it was in a matter of like 30 or 40 minutes. Greek going, oh no, I don't feel good. Like I spread it to him that quickly. That quickly.
That's how it usually happens.
Oh, it does. Yeah. So stay healthy out there, people. Take your vitamin C and your oregano. That's my latest thing. But yeah, you guys, we have a lot going on. Make sure you are tuned in 3 times a day, because we have an opportunity for you to go to the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas, Nevada. That is less than a month away. Yesterday, I think it was a month out. It's the 20th and 21st in September.
Sure is.
Yeah, so we're going to fly you out there, all right? We're going to take care of transportation to and from the hotel. We're taking care of the accommodations there. Plus, you get passes to the festival for 2, and we're going to throw in $1,000. Now, we can't tell you right now, but I do have a secret, and we can tell you tomorrow. But, every time we talk about the lineup, right? We got Black Crowes, we have Doja Cat, Gwen Stefani, just to name a few. But every time, there's always and more. Mm-hmm. And the reason why there's and more is because it seems like the closer we get to it, more of these massive artists are like, I want to be part of it.
Right.
So we will have an awesome announcement for you tomorrow. But yeah, make sure you are tuned in.
And these are big.
Oh,
I mean, this is going to be a big announcement, too. This
Like,
isn't just
I don't want to say because those stars are so big, but they might be probably the biggest stars in that lineup, a few of them.
Yeah. Put them right up there anyway with some of the other big acts there, too, like Hozier and Keith Urban, New Kids on the Block, Paramore.
100%. But yeah, so we have that 3 times a day, 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock. You still have opportunities to put in that keyword. Jimmy may be nice enough to give you the 9 o'clock keyword, but of course, oh no, he's not going to be nice today. Not feeling it.
Well, actually, this one is nice and easy. Where are we going to fly you to? Vegas. VEGAS. That is this keyword that's going on right now. Text that to 200-200 and you'll be in the running for that great prize.
Awesome. And speaking of prizes, you know that we do one every day, 12:45 today. Who's most likely to? And we are going to be giving away a pair of tickets to go see Megadeth. That's actually this Saturday at I Think Financial Amphitheater. I would say it like I want to, but I'm trying to hold my voice. Destroy all enemies.
Yeah, that's all right.
Right.
You're going to pass today.
With Mudvayne.
Here, I'll do it. Destroy
Thank you.
all enemies. How's that?
Perfect. With Mudvayne and All That Remains. So make sure you're tuned in. So, Jimmy, how was your evening? Everything good?
My evening was very good. Spent some good quality time. Really bonding a little bit more with Edgar. And if you don't know, Edgar is our parrot we adopted about, 6 weeks ago now.
Okay.
And so we've been having some good bonding time. Got to spend time together. Just kind of learning how to be a parrot pet or pet owner, as they say.
A parrot dad.
Parrot dad.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, it's not as easy as you might think. So there's a little more to it than just giving it some food and
of course
and water. So seeing the signs and knowing when he's upset or happy, and just little things like that we're kind of learning. So a lot of bonding time.
It's like, don't touch me there.
Exactly, and that's pretty much it. It's a lot of that, right?
I'm sure.
So you can make all the jokes you want out there. So what that
the no-no zone
means, the no-no zone.
But it's so
and it's
true.
funny because it is too because of they get randy. So you don't want to, especially this time of year too.
Oh really?
Yeah,
this is like their mating season.
Warmer months.
Okay.
From what we've heard. Again, we're learning. So
I have a buddy, and he kind of looks like your bird. The only thing the coloring is, except it doesn't have a gray head like Edgar does.
Oh, okay.
So it's very similar. I know my aunt.
Probably a parrot.
It is sometimes.
Some breed. Ours is a Senegal parrot to be precise, but there's other parrots.
And I know my aunt and uncle had one very similar. But the reason I mention this is because I saw on social media that he said that he was outside doing lawn work, and the bird just came and flew on his shoulder.
Okay.
And then just wouldn't leave. So he walked inside. He's taking pictures. Bird still hanging out on his shoulder. So lo and behold, and he was just like, I don't know. I mean, how do you know if it belongs to anybody?
Oh, this wasn't his? Oh,
no.
Okay.
Randomly.
It just went to him. Okay.
Randomly, as he was outside doing lawn work.
Right.
So for it to do that and hang out that long, you got to be like, all right, domesticated, because we know we have wild parrots out there. So he said he did put up flyers and reached out to other things. But lo and behold, a day later, he got a big, massive cage, and now that bird's his.
There it is, right? And that's allegedly how Edgar became sort of the beginning stories of how he became ours, where supposedly there was a dude at a hotel in Miami, and Edgar flew to him just randomly, and the guy didn't know whose parrot it was. So he took it to Palm Beach Parrot Rescue, where Susan works, and she runs that over there, and it's off of Indiantown. And kept him for about a week or so, and then goes through the process of trying to find the owner. Because again, it seemed like it was a domesticated bird; it wasn't just a wild bird, and which we can tell. Obviously, it's able to mimic some things already without it knew it already, and so. Tried to find the owner, and nobody claimed it. So at that point, she put it up for adoption.
Do they microchip birds too?
I think you can.
Yeah,
I do believe you can.
Okay, yeah, I was
not 100% sure on that, but I think you can.
Yeah,
one way or another.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that, but that's good to know. My husband has been out of town for work, and so I have been a dog mom of 3, and so just dealing with that. And so I ended up yesterday. So if you're not aware, I have a newer dog, got her in December. And she was adopted at almost a year old, but she's adorable. She's pretty, thank goodness. Phoebe. As I was like, thank goodness you're pretty.
Thank goodness you're pretty. Yeah. So what is the latest on that? We'll get
she's just mowing on baseboards and everything, and but that's not what happened. So I started, of course, which we're going to talk about. Because there's this Instagram thing with ChatGPT where it roasts you, and it's funny because it says something about all the jobs I have. It says something really funny about why. So yes, I started a new gig last night. I started a new gig last night at a bar. I'm only going to be there 1 or 2 nights a week. I told them that. So they ultimately had reached out to me. One of the guys who was there for a long time and was like, and I used to work with him, and he was like, I think you'd be a great fit. And I was like, all right, but I already got a lot going on. And so they were very nice and accommodating, and they're like, yeah, 1 or 2 nights a week is great.
Okay.
So yes,
slinging drinks or doing something else?
Yeah, bartending.
Okay.
So they had their soft opening yesterday. If you're not aware what a soft opening they do, so they've been around for a long time, but they closed, revamped, new owners.
Oh, all right.
And so they had a soft opening last night, and that's when you just kind of get the kinks out. You get all the new employees there. Food, drinks are free. And so they're trying out the food, seeing how everything is.
Really?
And it was 2 hours long. Friends and family come in.
Oh, all right. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So pretty busy. A lot of people have been anticipating for this place to get open. And so I ended up working, and I got home not super late. It was very, very busy, but I got home maybe 11 o'clock. And so the point being is that when I leave my house, I put the dogs in my bedroom, and they have their dog beds and everything, so they're not running amok around the house, but they're not crated. But I have to lock my bathroom, which is in the bedroom, right? Yes. I have to lock it because Phoebe knows how to open the door to that one because it's a push. So she's figured it out, and when she does, she'll go in there and she tears up everything, my products and all this stuff. So I guess on my way out yesterday, and I have a little key that goes with it so I can unlock it. I guess just in the mix of leaving and not whatever, I actually locked my bedroom door instead of my bathroom door.
Whoops.
So when I got home, I couldn't figure out how to get my bedroom and how to get my dogs out. My dogs were like, how do we get out? I couldn't figure out how to get out of here. And Matt knows where the other key is, and he's already asleep because he worked along. He's in the keys, and so I can't get in touch with him. And so it was a solid.
That for irony.
He's
in the keys.
Right. It was like a solid hour before I could break that door open.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm losing my mind, and I'm just like, that's if my dogs are going to be in the bedroom forever. I'm going to take an axe to the door. And not just that, that's the bedroom. That's where my bathroom is. That's where everything is. So I had a minor freak out moment, but luckily I was able to go in the toolbox and find something that I could shimmy that door open.
Big enough hammer.
I did. I didn't ruin anything because that's what I talked to Matt, because I called him a million times and I was like, and he didn't answer. And of course, I'm the wife goes, what if I was dead? He was like, then you wouldn't be calling me.
Well, it's a valid point.
It is. I was like, you didn't answer the phone. He was like, I was sleeping because I know he knows where another spare key is.
Oh, okay.
And all the doors have the same kind of lock, but I didn't have to break anything. I went through the toolbox and I tried a million different tools to get in there, and I finally found one that unlocked it. So all's well that ends well. So him not being in town, he normally makes coffee in the morning. I know what I'm doing. I'm very capable, but I forgot. It was kind of last minute. So I ended up stopping by Starbucks, and I haven't done that in a long time. And I've been saving a lot of money because of that. I mean, my small coffee, you can see right here, like it's $5 and change. Yeah. It's just absolutely crazy when I can get almost like a bag of coffee, right?
It's pretty much, right?
Yeah, of grounds. So it's crazy. But I was happy because today was the first day that they launched the pumpkin spice, and people go crazy over pumpkin spice. But we've been talking a lot about the CEO that they just hired because their numbers have been down, and you actually have a story about the new CEO of Starbucks.
Was it yesterday or the day before they were talking that apparently there was a rumor going around that he wasn't going to go into work. He was going to work from home.
Yeah.
And apparently I saw a different article today that says actually, no, he is going to go into work.
Okay.
But
yeah, it was Greek that was saying that he was working remotely.
But apparently, so I guess there's maybe a combination of the two stories that might be correct. So Starbucks incoming CEO, Brian Nicole, will commute from home in Newport Beach, California, to the headquarters in Seattle via a private jet instead of relocating.
Okay.
Right? So speaking to CNBC, a Starbucks spokesperson said that Nicole, I guess, is that how you say it? Niccol. Nicole, one way
If
or
there's an
another.
I, I'm going to call it Nikolai, but no,
Yeah.
just Nicole.
He's expected to work from Starbucks' Seattle office at least 3 days a week in line with the company's hybrid work policy. So he's going to have to commute from California up to Seattle at least 3 times a week. Like, it's in the handbook, right?
Yeah.
Is what it's going by, which is kind of strange since he's a CEO. You think he could make his own rules. But apparently Starbucks will also offer him, who is a former CEO of Chipotle, a small remote office in Newport Beach, as well as an assistant of his choosing for that office, right? So, and they'll pick up the tab on that, as you can imagine. So I guess he's going to an office both at his home in California and then up in Seattle where he'll have to go. Now, of course, because of especially with the fact that Starbucks is kind of a green, environmentally friendly,
They try to be.
right? They got rid of the straws.
I mean,
or
they
went
have
to
them, but they don't
paper
give them
straws.
to you.
Right, that type of thing.
Yes.
So he's getting obviously a lot of backlash for that because people are upset the fact that he's going to be on a private jet 3 days a week.
That's a lot.
So
Yeah.
that's he's going to get a little, well, as you can.
I mean,
imagine.
how far of a flight? I mean, it can't be that long of a flight, right?
No, but I think it's just a point.
No,
I mean,
100%.
Somewhere in California was probably maybe an hour and a half
Yeah.
flight or something like that from California to Seattle, ballparkish. But it's just the idea that he'll be on a private jet 3 days a week, and whereas, I guess I could have had him relocate so he's there every day of the week.
Yeah.
But apparently
I mean, if you're
he's
getting
not
paid that
working
much
from home.
money, I mean, right? I mean, he's got a pretty large salary, this guy. So you would think he'd be like, all right, I'll move.
Probably not a good idea to announce this, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things that maybe just does it and it doesn't get out there because people are going to complain
And
about it.
that's the thing. I mean, was it him that announced it, or did somebody else leak the story?
Well, he spoke to CNBC.
Oh, okay. So
So
it was talking about his hybrid work policies.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if he was saying, yeah, I'm taking my private jet everywhere.
Yeah.
Or if he was just talking about how he was just going to go back and forth.
And that was a Starbucks spokesperson spoke to CNBC. So I guess they did a sit-down interview, and that's where this information came from. So I don't know. Might get a little backlash on that. Apparently, he's not going to work from home anyway. So
Rich
I don't
people
know.
always get backlash.
Yeah, well, this is true too.
But I understand why. I do. So from one...
And he got a lot of money, too, for that. And
Yeah.
so we'll see if he can, quote unquote, turn the company around. I mean, is Starbucks.
I didn't realize,
in that
until we
bad
looked
of
at
shape?
stock numbers that they were in that bad of shape. I mean,
Right.
I'll tell you what, when I went in there today, like I said, it's been a while. Mine doesn't have a drive-through. You got to walk in. It was busy. So that one's definitely not hurting, at least my local one.
Yeah.
But there's so many out there. Who's to say? But yeah, from one CEO to another, I know Greek, if you're just tuning in, he is taking the day off. But he had mentioned a few times about Bezos wanting to... Yeah, purchase the Celtics.
All right. So is he,
and I'm hearing conflicting stories, and they're saying that he reportedly has no plans to bid on the Boston Celtics.
Oh, really?
Yep. So there has been
wow.
a lot of buzz, right, about him potentially buying it, and they said that buzz is already over. So one day after Bill Simmons said the Amazon founder was a suitor for the NBA's what they call winningest franchise, another report says he has no interest. There's a rebuttal comes via Nick Wingfield. He's of The Information, which is touted as the leading publication of high-powered tech executives. And they say, by the way, this I've never heard of The Information, but they say it's all techie stuff. I guess you have to purchase a subscription to this for like $300 if you're interested.
Oh.
Yeah, but they said that, yeah, he has no plans to bid on the Boston Celtics at all. And this is according to a person close to him. So that's one of those things. It's just until you hear it from the actual person themselves. But they relayed that there is zero truth to Russell Simmons' report. And I guess Simmons talked about it on the podcast. And so I guess we shall see, because it's not straight from what they say the horse's mouth. It's always a source that talks about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that little tidbit that I had yesterday where I was wondering about him having some interest in purchasing the Washington Commanders,
Yeah.
too. Apparently, that was another one of those things that got a rumor mill. I just looking to see here that apparently that was might have been on his wish list, but he's not part owner with them. So,
Got it.
That wasn't it. That was just a rumor I had remembered reading about some time ago.
Yeah, so from one billionaire to another, we know SpaceX. We're going to talk about that little Elon Musk company, who they're sending up to space. We do not have Greek with us. Of course, we have you. I didn't mention it. How dare me? But the ways you can participate. Call us, 877-927-6969. Jimmy has an email, jimmy@realradio921.com. I have a text line right in front of me, 47142. You just have to start that text off with Real Radio. And of course, we love that talkback feature. You got to have the iHeartRadio app. And just search for Real Radio 921. Click on the microphone icon, and just like that, you can leave us a voice message. So just because we don't have Greek does not mean we don't have a trifecta. Jimmy's going to come back with a trifecta and this day in history when we get back in the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Anonymous emails. Seizures can also come from other factors. It's called PNES.
Called
Thank
penis?
you for the info. Yes, it is actually penis. Somebody in my family dealt with penis, and after...
Believe that was your mom?
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
A police investigation has lanes blocked on Quadro Boulevard northbound at 1st Street. Expect delays northbound 95 between Lantana Road and Okeechobee Boulevard. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
This week on Red Pilled America, we answer the questions, what is a conspiracy theory and why have they become so common? By telling the story of the social media giant TikTok. Listen to Red Pilled America wherever you listen to podcasts. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach, 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Open to 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. And Sunday night is Midnight Madness. Every Sunday from 12 to 2. In the biz, 50% off drinks. Step right up, spin a wheel of madness, win amazing prizes. Sunday night at Monroe's. Get you ready for the week. Monroe's and Palm Beach. That's where all the sexy, beautiful ladies are. Peace!
This is Sheriff Rick Bradshaw with an important message. Hurricane season is here again, and I urge everyone to stay vigilant. Pay close attention to local weather updates and ensure your hurricane kits are prepared with the essentials that you need, like water, food, and medications. Remember, your safety is our priority, but let's stay safe together.
When a hurricane hits, it's best to be prepared. Since 1996, StormSmart has installed over 100,000 protection and lifestyle products in Florida homes. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Bush Loaded, the greatest hits tour. Friday, August 30th, Hard Rock Live. With special guests, Jerry Cantrell and Candlebox. Tickets on sale now at myhrl.com or Ticketmaster.com. Bush Loaded, the greatest hits tour. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood.
As America's largest injury firm, we have advantages few others do. Our results and reputation are well known to the other side, and we have a track record of going toe-to-toe with them and winning big. But what does that mean for you? What does that mean for your case? I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. One of the things we're most proud about is that we set up our firm so that your case gets lots of attention from a lot of people. Our technology and army of lawyers give us insight and oversight into every detail and every moment of your case. Paralegals, legal assistants, investigators, buildings with boxes of evidence. Every resource carefully designed to get you the most possible. And at Morgan & Morgan, we even have a dedicated team to make sure that your calls are returned that very same day. Injured? Dial pound law. That's pound 529. All firms are not the same.
The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, he wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Ugh, I've been feeling so sluggish and just kind of blah. Been there. That's why I take Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites. But I suppose they taste blah. Actually, they taste delicious. It's an apple blueberry flavored center covered in a yogurt coating and is infused with probiotics to help support a healthy gut. They come 5 in a pouch. I just toss one in my bag and go. Toss one in my bag? Get your own.
New Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites from the makers of the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Find them in the digestive care aisle.
Hey, checking in?
This is not just your flu shot appointment at Walgreens.
Yes. Yeah.
This is getting your entire family vaccinated in one trip.
Hey, Mom?
And a snack on the way out. Get flu shots for everyone in your family, together. Schedule appointments online today. This is wellness made easy. Walgreens.
Vaccine subject to availability and for ages 3+. State and health-related restrictions may apply.
You know, as they say, one person's personal information is another person's treasure.
Exactly. That's why I use NordVPN every time I surf the web. Features like Threat Protection Pro's safeguard devices from phishing websites and disable intrusive ads and trackers. Just check NordVPN.com, grab the deal, and see for yourself. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Every business faces challenges, but shipping shouldn't be one of them. Turn shipping to your advantage with USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Thursday. It's going to be a humid one for us as well. Temperatures near 90 degrees, and we're going to see thunderstorms moving across the area for us today. Winds are coming in out of the southwest, and they're going to help to bring storms across the area. Starting inland and moving east towards the coastline, heavy downpours and localized flooding is our biggest threat.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's best sale of the year, Labor Day sale. Save up to $900 on select adjustable mattress sets from Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Sealy. Plus, get up to a $300 instant gift for pillows and more.
Between the lines,
far beyond legal and ethical limits,
and under the surface,
too dangerous or disruptive to the existing status quo.
Hosts Ben Bolin, Matt Frederick, and Noel Brown introduce you to the world of stuff they don't want you to know.
We have officially entered the age of biohacking.
History is riddled with unexplained events.
Is somebody messing with us?
Now it's time for some answers.
Take us to the edge of the rabbit hole. We'll do the rest.
Listen to Stuff They Don't Want You to Know on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Stuff They Don't Want You to Know and start listening.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Hello and good morning to you. Welcome back into the Penthouse. This is Franny. Normally you have Greek as the host today, sitting in the captain's chair, or every day, but he is taking a day off. But you do have me, and of course, we have Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy, and good morning.
Hello, and good morning.
And I always say we have you as well, be that third seat since Greek is not here. And if you want to check out what's going on in the Penthouse, and I'm talking about video-wise, if you want to see us, we have Real TV. Just have to go to realradio921.com, click on Real TV. That is brought to you by our friend Jason Weiser, attorney at law. And then just recently, we started running a Facebook live feed, which is the same thing going on. If you're on Facebook, you can search us, Real Radio 921. In fact, follow us on all the platforms. We have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Real Radio 921. Now, even though we do not have Greek with us, we still have a trifecta, and Jimmy is going to handle that.
Riders up. It's Greek's trifecta.
Well, we'll keep this nice and simple. We got some Major League Baseball scores from last night. The Mets upended the Orioles 4-3. The Yankees beat the Guardians 8-1 with Judge hitting 2 more home runs. He's up to 47 now for the season. And the Marlins dropped one to the Diamondbacks 10-8. Now we'll move over to the NFL, where Week 3 preseason football starts tonight. The Colts travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. The Bengals are a home dog, getting 6.5. That game starts at 8 p.m. The Chiefs are home against the Bears, and they're getting 1.5. Kickoff for them begins at 8:20. And just for our Miami fans, since we're down in the area, Miami travels up state to Tampa on tomorrow night at 7:30 to take on the Bucs. They are getting 2.5 points from them. And finally, the Falcons, again, staying with the NFL, have locked down cornerback A.J. Terrell in a 4-year, $81 million contract extension that includes $65.8 million guaranteed. Not too bad. That's the largest guarantee ever to an NFL cornerback, and Terrell's $20.25 million average salary makes him or annual salary, I should say, makes him the second highest paid cornerback ever. And that is your Greeks trifecta for the 10 a.m. hour. Now we'll do a little history lesson here on this day in history.
On this day in history.
Well, we've heard of the Geneva Convention in the past, and on this day, the Geneva Convention was held in 1864, and it was adopted by 12 nations, meeting in, of course, Geneva. The agreement, advocated by a Swiss humanitarian, called for nonpartisan care to the sick and wounded in times of war and provided for the neutrality of medical personnel. 1 year later, in 1865, genius William Shepard of New York City patented liquid soap. 122 years ago today, in 1902, Theodore Roosevelt became the first U.S. president to ride in an automobile at a public appearance.
Was it Theodore that we talked about yesterday that had a hyena? Was it?
I think it was.
Yeah, right?
I do believe you're correct on that. 35 years ago today, we're jumping way ahead. 1989 was the year Nolan Ryan of the Texas Rangers became the first pitcher in Major League Baseball history to throw 5,000 career strikeouts. He'd go on to rack up a total of 5,714, over 1,500 more than his closest competition. 20 years ago today, in 2004, the painting The Scream? Well, that was stolen from a museum in Oslo, Norway. Was recovered 2 years later. I think yesterday or the day before was the anniversary of when the Mona Lisa was stolen, too, on a weird coincidence.
Same people?
Not sure. 17 years ago today, in 2007, the Texas Rangers beat the Baltimore Orioles 30-3. That was the most runs scored by any team in modern Major League Baseball history. And finally, 12 years ago today, in 2012, LL Cool J caught a burglar in his home shortly before 2 a.m.
Did he say, Mama gonna knock you out?
I think he did knock him out. He restrained the guy until the police could get there. And that's what happened on August 22nd in our history.
Well, thank you so very much. Now, we were talking some rich CEO action, and we'll talk about another one. We mentioned CEO. New one from Starbucks, of course, Bezos, and now Elon Musk, who I think is still on top because I saw Bezos as number 2 as far as richest. Is Elon back on top?
Last I saw, he was, but that was
we know that Twitter was a X, whatever you want to call it, was a huge failure for him. But other than that, he's doing okay. But yeah, he's got SpaceX. And even NASA is hiring SpaceX, right? To get I think they were going to hire him not only to take down the ISS eventually, but I think they were going to hop on. Was it a SpaceX flight? Was it SpaceX that they were supposed to get the 2 astronauts back down?
I thought that was
it Blue Origin?
Origin.
Okay,
yeah.
so it was
I
a
thought
Bezos?
That was their issue.
Okay, so it might have been them. But they are doing this, and I'm curious. I think you would do it. I don't know if I would do it, especially what's happening right now with those other 2. But there's, but I don't. I mean, being at space would be cool. Like I would do. Where you're at the edge of space,
right?
How they have the balloon thing that goes up there, and I believe it's Florida-based.
There was that one, and there was the one, and I always forget his name, but Virgin Airlines,
yes,
and Virgin Records,
Branson.
Yes, he apparently that was one of his big things. Mm-hmm. One of his first ones was to take you up into a weightlessness. Atmosphere, and you can experience that, which is a lot of fun.
Well, they do. They have that Florida company. I can't think of it. We've talked about it, but they're the ones. It looks like a big hot air balloon is what it looks like, and they take you to the edge of space. Excuse me. But I wonder how you. Obviously, I know you have to pay probably to get into something like this, but there's what they call civilians, and there's 3 of them plus a billionaire, who I'm sure is paid for, but 4 non-government astronauts are about to embark on what they said could be a defining mission to the upper reaches of Earth's orbit. It's Polaris Dawn is going to launch within a week if it's going according to schedule. So they say on the agenda for this ambitious venture, this is the first ever private spacewalk. So not only do they get to go up there, they actually get to spacewalk too, right?
No kidding.
They're going to do some scientific experiments, test as humanity eyes future missions deep into the cosmos, they say, in years ahead, including to Mars. So the first of 3 human space flights under this Polaris program has been jointly planned and funded by another billionaire, not just Elon Musk. He is, of course, part of this. His name is Jarek Isaacman. But they say if his name sounds familiar, it may be because he's also the man behind Inspiration 4, which was the mission that became the first ever private orbital space flight back in 2021.
Oh, okay. But Musk is involved with this one.
He is, because he's SpaceX.
They're partnering together on this.
Yep. So I'm curious to see. They said the journey, they're going to have like new technology, including some next-gen spacesuits. And they arrived this past Monday at Kennedy Space Center. So this is where the launch is going to be. And according to this, if it's going to happen, it'll be Monday the 26th. So coming up very soon. But if you haven't seen pictures of it.
Oh, that's right, because we're going to be up in Orlando. That's right.
Are you guys going to try to catch it?
Carly had said something about there's a launch. Matter of fact, they have a program where you can actually buy a package and go out and witness the launch.
Okay.
Because we were kind of, me and my one buddy are really into that type of thing. And we were talking about maybe someday we'd go up to Kennedy and actually watch a launch. And this is as close as we'll get, but at least in Orlando, we'll get a pretty good shot of it.
Yeah, so I thought it was kind of cool. And even if you see their new suits, they're a little bit more sleeker, not as bulky as the other ones. Speaking of, we will say it once again, and because they are partners with iHeartRadio, but not just that, because it's absolutely incredible. If you've not done the space exploration, the Infinite at Kravis Center, time is a ticking.
Yeah. That's
September 2nd.
Is that it?
That's Labor Day.
The 2nd? Oh.
That's
not that much.
Next weekend. We have a Monday. Yeah, 2 more Mondays.
Yeah, a couple weeks left.
2 more Mondays. So do it. That is like a VR thing. You feel like you're on the International Space Station. I'm telling you, I enjoy space, but I'm not like, super nerdy about it. Not saying you're a nerd about it, but you know what I mean. Like, I think it's cool. I left there going, now I want to be an astronaut.
It's a great experience.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like Franny says, you don't even have to be into the space to just be in awe of the technology that we have with that type of the headset and walking around and what it can do. So I'm kind of curious to see if another program will come up, where maybe it does like a race car type thing, or another, I don't know what else there could be out there. I'm sure that there's plenty of things that they can come up with that virtual reality, in a program like that.
Yeah, no,
so that's really cool.
I think it'll be super cool. And thank you, Matt in Port St. Lucie. I am aware just if it didn't come out right, at 47142 started off with Real Radio. He said, Franny, that's Boeing that the astronauts are stuck on. And I do know that. They were talking about the way to get them back. I thought was going to be on a SpaceX flight, but say flight, whatever. But so because he said it wasn't Blue Origin. Blue Origin has never gone to the ISS, so we're aware of that. I do understand it was a Boeing that they flew on. I was just trying to figure out because I know that they were supposed to, because they were talking about if that's what they do, if they get onto another craft, and I know it wasn't a Boeing. They were only going to send up 2 astronauts when it was supposed to be 4.
Right.
They were going to hop on and be back by February 25th.
Yeah, that was the idea behind it.
Yeah.
They're just trying to find some way to get them back. Because apparently they're having just, for whatever reasons, they can't figure out a way to fix the craft that got them up there, right?
Yes.
And it has something to do with the thrusters on it, if I'm not mistaken. There's only like one functional thruster left on it.
Like, even if they do fix it, like, I don't know if I trust it, right? Like, I don't know.
Well, and that's the other thing, like being up there, can they test it? Even if they are able to fix it.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of thinking out loud without having read too much on it. But, is there a way that you can give it the old test go and make sure that it's going to work?
Yep.
I don't know.
I mean, even somebody was talking on CNBC, this is a former commander of U.S. military space system, stated that there is a chance that the astronauts will be stranded in space with just 96 hours of oxygen supply. We're like, oh, that's terrifying. So, so we know they're doing whatever they can do to make them comfortable while they are on the ISS.
I am just a little surprised, though, that we don't have any other means that we can get something up there. I mean, obviously it has to be within a certain launch window and all that, and I understand that aspect of it. But, I mean, somebody, I mean,
anybody?
Come on. Elon,
Yes.
even another country, Japan, somebody, China.
So it was.
Let's get a craft
so
up
I
there.
was right. It was SpaceX. So it was Elon Musk because they were considering it. It wasn't 100%. I found an article bringing back the astronauts on SpaceX's Crew Dragon, which was a spacecraft that was scheduled for departure in September.
Right.
And then it wouldn't come back until February. Right. So that was one of the things there. But yeah, quite interesting. So we're talking a lot of business and technology. I see that one of my favorites, fast food restaurants, I don't eat it that often, but when I do, it's Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, this seems to be very popular. And so they got a new one, and we talked about this not too long ago. I want to say within the past 4 months, I saw an article on this particular restaurant being opened, and it's opening up in Georgia. It's just south of the Atlanta area,
Okay.
right? Just to give you a ballpark idea.
And that's where they're from. That's the home of the Chick-fil-A.
well,
that's
then-
where they were established.
Then that makes sort of sense, right? That they would do this first one there. So Chick-fil-A is opening its first elevated drive-through restaurant. If you haven't heard about this, basically, just picture a drive-through bank, and it's got 4 separate lanes. And the building itself is it looks like it's elevated, and you drive, into the area, and then there's a couple of posts or pillars that come down and it's what holds the building up. But that's how they get the food down to you.
So I think there was like a Taco Bell or something, right, that did a similar.
Taco Bell was looking into doing something similar to that as well. But the main thing is the building that's elevated, that part of the building that's elevated is nothing but a kitchen. There is no dining in here. You don't go there and sit down, order a meal and sit down. That is just a big kitchen. You order everything on an app, and they send it down,
Like in a tube,
right?
Like in a tube, like the bake test?
Basically, yeah. So it's like a conveyor belt that, takes it down to a worker that's on the ground level and that can, give it to the person in a car driving through. And the idea is, like I said, they got 4 lanes so they can certainly, let's say I want to word it exactly how they have it, but they can obviously service a lot more people quicker, and that's the whole idea behind this. This is on the heels of a Chick-fil-A also opening a new mobile app-based restaurant in New York City. I'll get to that in a minute. But this sounds like they're kind of reinventing things. And you're right, there was a Taco Bell that did something similar to this.
Because when I look at the picture
Wasn't that
of
in
it,
Orlando?
Maybe, yeah. Because when I look at the picture of the setup, it looks really familiar.
Yeah.
Like it looks like I've seen it before, but not with this restaurant, with another fast food.
And again, it looks like a huge bank.
That's what it does,
right?
yep.
It doesn't. It gives you that same impression. But the fact that there's no dining in for this particular one at all, is just for drive-through, which seems kind of strange. You would think that they would also, just have a small dining area
Because it's large. It looks like a large building on the top, right?
Yeah, it
So
really
that's
does.
all going to be kitchen.
Yeah, super huge.
Yep.
So onward to the next one that Chick-fil-A has started in New York City. And this one is, so it's basically the way that one is working in New York City. So this one will have a little bit of dine-in, but everything is done through their mobile app, and it's basically place your order on their app, and then the restaurant will be alerted by geofencing when customers are on their way to expedite the process and get their meal ready. So basically, you put the order in on your phone, on your app, and it can tell where you are, and it'll time it out so that by the time you get to the restaurant, your food will be ready.
Okay. I don't know if they have that, but there's some, was it Chick-fil-A where I did mobile or something where when you put that you're on your way, or maybe it was a delivery service, I can't remember, and you put you're on your way, it will know and be like, well, it looks like you're, like, it notified me, like, it looks like you're a little far away. Are you sure you want to? And I was like, how do you know?
Basically, right?
Yeah, so I think that was a delivery service. But so I do have, and listen, I know it's silly, but if you do, even if it's gasoline or 7-Eleven or these fast food places, if you get those apps, those reward apps, you get a lot more deals that way, and they're free downloads. So the other day with this one, I know that they have more like streaming services and all this stuff that they're going to be doing with Chick-fil-A, but they have a fun little game that you can play with the cows, the Chick-fil-A cows.
Oh, what's that?
So you go on there. It's just different ones that you can play. One was like I was driving a car and I had to avoid just like obstacles, and so you're driving with your finger, and if you win, which is very easy to win, you get like a free item of food.
Oh, really? No kidding. Like a small fry
I got
or a
some French
small
fries.
drink or something.
I haven't gotten them yet. But they're sitting there hanging out.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people are doing that. But yeah, it's really interesting that they're going to launching their own streaming platform.
Yeah, this one took me by surprise. I didn't see that at all. And these were two separate articles on Chick-fil-A. So they've got that new building. That one opened today as far as the one in Atlanta, where it's going to be just one big giant drive-through. This one in New York has been open for a little while. That's going to be able to have your food ready by the time you get there. Now, apparently, Chick-fil-A wants to get into the streaming service, having nothing to do with food,
just
right?
entertainment space. It's weird.
They're looking to launch this. So the fast food firm has been working with several major production companies to create family-friendly shows, particularly in the unscripted space. It is also in talks with
so odd for a fast food place to get into this. Yeah.
So I guess basically. It's a streaming service out there, but it's being founded through the owners of Chick-fil-A. So I guess that's just the idea behind it, right? I mean, it's not like it's going to be about them. It's not going to be about Chick-fil-A. It's not going to be about their cooking or anything. Yeah. It's actually just a streaming service like Netflix, Paramount, that type of thing. The company has reportedly placed a 10-episode order for a game show from the companies behind NBC's The Wall and 2015 Oscar-winning film Spotlight. Budgets for other reality TV programs are estimated at about $400,000 per half hour. The company is also reportedly looking to develop scripted and animated projects as well. The news comes after Chick-fil-A posted a job listing last year for an entertainment producer. Brian Gibson, who has worked on series including history's Top Gear remake and Fox's adaptation of The X Factor, is leading the programming charge and has been in talks with various producers. If Chick-fil-A pursues the project, it would follow other crossovers in the media, right? I didn't know this either. Lyft last year launched a game show on its YouTube channel.
I saw that.
And Airbnb produced a 2019 documentary. Well, those are just a couple of things like they posted on YouTube, another platform that's already out there.
One of them aired on MTV, the one that Airbnb did.
Now they want to, Chick-fil-A wants to start its own streaming service like a Peacock, like a Netflix. And apparently they're already in the works of putting some programs together. They hired a producer for it. They've already got a 10-episode order in for a game show. So how about that, huh? It's just going to be just another streaming service out there that we got to pay for.
And people probably will. All right, you got to actually really love Chick-fil-A to stream a Chick-fil-A streaming app. But speaking of, I did see that Paramount Plus is slashing in half their streaming, the cost for streaming.
Really?
Yeah. And it's only a limited time. It's sometime through September. And that never happens because every time we read it in the news, probably for new.
Oh, okay.
I don't have Paramount Plus, but I saw this yesterday. And it's for their basic and premium. There's just for a limited time, you can get it. They're slashing right in half to get that streaming service.
Okay.
As I was mentioning, I mean, that's unheard of. Every time we talk about a streaming service, it's that they're hiking up their prices.
Well, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I thought that Paramount did up their prices not too long ago.
So, maybe, I
along
don't
with Peacock, they went up $1, something like that. Netflix, I haven't heard anything about Netflix in a while, but I'm assuming that this is for new customers for Paramount.
Possibly. Maybe that's why. Maybe when they up their prices, people cancel and they're like, oh man, we're bleeding. We got to do something about it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So that goes back to that argument of, it's great you want to entice new people, but also you're kind of giving a little screw to your current
the ones that you have.
right?
If that's the case, I don't know. They may be discounting or slashing for people who already have it. I don't know the details. Yeah.
I'm curious on that.
I'm not sure, but 47142, that's a way you can participate. It says fast food is getting more convenient. Pretty soon in the future, they'll just shoot the food in your ass and save all the in-between time.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, I actually like it. I actually prefer the food in my mouth, but
really.
wherever. Whatever you like. So that is a way that you can participate with us, is that text line. And I'll probably read it. Maybe I won't. You never know. But we do have Florida stories coming your way, including
can't wait. What's going on in the state this day?
So I have a little more detail, just a little bit, that I found really interesting about the guy who impersonated a pizza joint in Miami. I had that story yesterday. Just another little nugget to go with that story.
Okay.
Yeah, which I just found interesting. Plus, there's a Florida wannabe clown, and yes, a wannabe clown, was busted in Australia. But it's a Florida story because the person is a Florida native. Yes.
Florida. Okay.
Yes. So I
sense.
have those stories. Plus, we're going to talk about a guy who was speeding from deputies and how he got busted is really funny. And then something a little bit more serious. If you have not heard yet, but then you probably haven't been on social media or watched local news. And I mean, right here, I know a lot of people are really upset about what they're trying to do with our local parks, including Jonathan Dickinson State Park.
That's all over the place.
Yes, it is all over the place. So I have those details for you when we get back on the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
We're still your at-work station, even if your work happens to be on the kitchen table. Bed. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to give you $1,000 and send you to Vegas, baby. We're giving you a round-trip airfare to Las Vegas, a 2-night hotel stay, and we'll give you 2 tickets to both nights of our iHeartRadio Music Festival. And oh yeah, $1,000 too. Listen for the keywords to text every weekday at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
A police investigation has the lanes blocked on Quadrill Boulevard northbound at 1st Street. Expect delays northbound 95 between Lantana Road and Okeechobee Boulevard. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A., copyright 2024.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Ugh, I've been feeling so sluggish. I'm just kind of blah. Been there. That's why I take Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites. But I suppose they taste blah. Actually, they taste delicious. It's an apple blueberry flavored center covered in a yogurt coating and is infused with probiotics to help support a healthy gut. They come 5 in a pouch. I just toss one in my bag and go.
Toss one in my bag?
Get your own.
New Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites from the makers of the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Find them in the digestive care aisle.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
When a hurricane hits, it's best to be prepared. That's why for the past 28 years, StormSmart has over 100,000 Florida product installations. Our innovative storm catcher screens and aluminum shutters are designed and manufactured here in Florida. Along with impact windows and doors, StormSmart can protect every opening of your home. At StormSmart, we take pride in living and working in the same communities we serve, because smart is going with a proven and trusted solution. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Join the skateboard community and the Hanley Foundation for food and fun in memory of skateboard enthusiast Corey Bartle at the Bartle Barbecue Hang, Saturday, August 24th from 3 until 6. Raise awareness and support for life-saving treatment and recovery support. Join the halfpipe competition with prizes and see pros Mike Rogers and Zion Wright. RSVP HanleyFoundation.org/BBQ. The Bartle Barbecue Hang, Saturday, August 24th from 3 until 6 at the National Croquet Club. RSVP HanleyFoundation.org/BBQ. Underwritten by Sandy James Fine Food and Productions.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When I set out to build our firm, it was built for greatness. It was built for you. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. If you or anyone in your family has been injured, call America's largest injury law firm. Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by September 2nd, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Hey, checking in?
This is not just your flu shot appointment at Walgreens.
Yes. Yep.
This is getting your entire family vaccinated in one trip.
Hey, Mom?
And a snack on the way out. Get flu shots for everyone in your family, together. Schedule appointments online today. This is wellness made easy. Walgreens.
Vaccine subject to availability and for ages 3+. State and health-related restrictions may apply.
Don't miss our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, and you're having a good time.
Friday and Saturday, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
iHeartRadio, let's go!
Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Thursday. It's going to be a humid one for us as well. Temperatures near 90 degrees. And we're going to see thunderstorms moving across the area for us today. Winds are coming in out of the southwest, and they're going to help to bring storms across the area. Starting inland moving east towards the coastline, heavy downpours and localized flooding is our biggest threat.
This report is sponsored by the Ben Ferguson Podcast.
Coming up on the Ben Ferguson Podcast, the U.S. media acting like we live in Russia as they are lying to your face about Harris's record. So will it work on the American people? We're going to break down the lies on the Ben Ferguson Podcast. Download it now.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Hello, and good morning to you. Welcome back into the PH. This is Franny. Greek is taking a day off if you're wondering where he is. But listen, you can always request a little sample of his voice if you want. We know that you love those misspeaks or any requests. And the person that will handle those, thank goodness I have him with me, is Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. Good morning. Just like that.
Hello. Good morning.
Well, we should have him with us for our Friday show in the Penthouse, hopefully. You know, Between the three of us, we're just spreading around the sickness is what we're doing here. So maybe don't
hope he feels better.
Yeah, me too.
We joke around a
Me
lot,
too.
but you hate it when any of us are under the weather. I mean,
Yes.
I can still hear it in your voice a little bit. You're recovering.
Yeah.
And my back is still
It's falling apart.
half.
We're just falling apart around here. So you may not want to get close to us, but you can participate with us. 877-927-6969 is that toll-free number. In fact, that's the number you're going to call at 12:45. That's what time we do our giveaway on Thursday to do Who's Most Likely to go see Megadeth. That show is this Saturday, so make sure you are tuned in. But, it's a little after 11, which means it's time for Florida Stories.
Florida.
Florida. Did you say Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
So just a little bit of an update. If you were not tuned in yesterday, one of my What the Florida Stories was this dude who was impersonating a pizzeria in Miami area, and it was Roman's Pizzeria. And this was for a number of years.
Yeah, I read that story myself, too.
Yeah.
And I found it very interesting that would go on for years and undetected.
Yep, conning hungry customers into buying what they called inedible food to make money off of this shop's notoriety. The shop was around for 40 years, has been. And he's
the real one.
Yeah, the real one. He used a logo and everything and went to hotels and just passed out flyers, as you see sometimes when you go to flyers, right? Or when you go to hotels, local establishments, but it had his phone number on it. So the guy was legit taking orders and delivering pizzas. Just the pizza sucked. And so the real place was getting bad reviews. Even people would show up to the establishment and be like, hey, where's my pizza? Or hey, this pizza sucks. And the guy's like, well, that's not my pizza. So eventually, yes, they caught this guy. He got arrested. But another little detail about this fraudster who pulled off this scam for several years, right? And unfortunately tarnished that Roman's Pizzeria's name. Hopefully they'll be able to build that back up, right? Since this story came out. But he even faked what they're saying, impersonated not just a pizzeria, but he said that he got a favorable review from Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy.
The fake one?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. So he said that, to fool these unsuspected tourists into ordering this fraudulently priced food and undercooked pizza, he also alleged that Dave Portnoy visited or had his pizza and said it was one of the good ones. Because he does the one bite.
Right. Oh,
from Barstool.
No, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, he does Barstool, he does the one bite. So that was another thing that he said, that he said that Barstool Sports founder who does one bite gave him a favorable review.
I wonder if he obviously it was fake.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah.
I mean, everything about this guy, yes, he impersonated Dave Portnoy.
Yeah.
And a pizzeria.
But I wonder how far he took it. I mean, with AI nowadays, he could probably make it sound like he was actually speaking and put it out there in video form,
yeah,
too.
I don't think it was video. I think,
just in written form?
I think, he just kind of, when he was out there trying to publicize himself or say, for the pizza joint, he probably put it on his flyers.
Okay, gotcha.
That's probably what he did. So, I thought that was pretty funny. I wonder if Dave Portnoy has anything to say about it. Then, next up in your What the Florida, we have a dude who got stuck. And I mean, yes, he got stuck. 24-year-old man was arrested. He stole a vehicle, and he ended up leaving the scene of a hit and run, failing to stop for law enforcement. They said Dominique Garcia is now facing charges of all kinds of stuff. I mean, battery on a person 65 or older, operating a motor vehicle without a valid license. They said it was a series of events that happened overnight. They said that police first got involved around 6 a.m. after they said a Black Ford Expedition fled the scene of a hit-and-run crash. They said shortly thereafter, the sheriff spotted the vehicle. They said they activated the lights, and he just took off. They followed him for a while. They said as he approached the curb near some condominiums, he started speeding over the median and towards a fence in front of the condo's tennis courts. Well, that fence was put up very well because I think he thought he was just going to crash straight through it. Nope, it stopped him. That thing just, the car crashed, and the fence caught him, they said. They said he was pinned up against it. According to initial reports, he was going about 80 miles an hour.
Oh, it's lucky.
It was a chain fence. That's a sturdy chain fence.
I'm amazed he's alive.
Yeah, but they said Just the way he was caught in the net. They said it was so crazy. I haven't seen anything like that before where they're caught in that much of a net. Because as I mentioned, it was like chain link. Like it wasn't even anything sturdy. And it just, stopped his car. So they pieced together all of these things that happened. The stolen car, the domestic battery, the hit and run, guy fleeing from law enforcement. And this was the end of the road for him. And unfortunately, he got, well, actually, should I say fortunately, he got busted from a chain link fence in a tennis court. And then we're going to get into some weird. So there is a Florida native who tried to smuggle a gold-plated gun into Australia. And then after, clearly they found themselves in hot water. So Liliana Goodson tried to say that she didn't remember that there was a weapon, but had Googled how to bring a gun into Australia. In case you didn't know, Australia, they have a tight clamp on guns. So this was a huge mistake.
I was going to say, I thought they had some pretty strict laws down there.
Yeah, so weird gets weirder. I'm trying to make this as short as possible, but it gets very weird. So she tries to go in there. They stop her. They're like, no, you're not coming in. And then she was like, well, she was going into clown school. That's why she was going to Australia.
Okay.
Yeah, so she could be in clown school.
Sounds like she's a clown
Yes.
already.
So not just that, when they busted her, she had a lot of other weird things. They said that she brought with her a cat spine, squirrel feet, and rabbit pee as they were headed to Clown College in Sydney to study there.
Rabbit urine?
Rabbit urine, squirrel feet, and cat spine.
Squirrel
That's what
feet.
she said. She brought all those things because she was headed to Clown College in Sydney to study there.
Wow.
I don't know why you need all those things for Clown College.
Props.
Yeah, and pleading guilty in court, she, and that's another thing, you can tell she wants to be a clown. She said that she, in court, did a backflip, pleading guilty. And they said Goodson has since failed to get into clown school, so maybe an acting career, I don't know what she could do now, but just a very wild scene.
This has got to be one of the most bizarre What the Florida
So
stories
bizarre.
you've
Like I
ever
said,
read.
we'll get probably into more details later, but I do want to get into this. If you are not aware, I know a lot of people are upset with the plans, and it's just parks in general. DeSantis was talking about how they want to do all these things with our local parks, talking about pickleball, even cabins. They're talking golf courses, even like frisbee golf. I mean, all kinds of stuff to do to our local parks. So people are upset. If you've not been on social media, then you're 100% like have not seen this, because it is. A lot of people are really upset, especially here locally with Jonathan Dickinson State Park. And environmentalists are raising concern about the push to increase these amenities at state parks. I think I read that Florida has, over 1,200? Or I think it's more, it's over 1,200 golf courses already.
Oh, sounds about right. Yeah.
I mean, we have more than any other state.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And now they're talking about putting 3 over there in Jonathan Dickinson State Park.
3 of them?
Yes,
Oh,
is
wow.
what I read.
Jeez.
So, of course, a ton of people are pissed about it. They said they announced this great outdoor initiative, and this was this past Monday, to update state park management plans and increase park amenities, cabins, lodging, pickleball, disc golf, golf and paddling, all kinds of stuff. So it didn't include details on individual parks, a single sheet plan with maps specifying a 2 18-hole golf course and 1 9-hole golf course. Jonathan Dickinson State Park was obtained by environmental groups, and it was labeled Unit Management Plan Amendment. So a lot of people got their hands on it, and that's what you saw going around. There is a change.org petition.
I saw it. I signed it this morning.
Yeah, if you have not seen it, I know when this article I read was like 30,000. Now they're almost at 60,000. I signed it yesterday too. And actually, I have to give props to our girl, Kara, who listens all the time, because she gave us a heads up yesterday about this. So thank you, Kara.
Yeah, I got the matter of fact, Brett sent me a link on this too as well on social media, on Facebook, and I got a quick peek at it, but I didn't look at all the details on it. Obviously, this is, and then of course it's been all over social media since.
Yep. And so there is a public meeting, and I saw this. It's going to be held on August 27th, which I believe is Tuesday. So you know people are going to show up for this. Good. And they were, so it's at the Flagler in Stewart. But of course, because they've seen all of the reaction because of this, they have told our local news outlets that they are capping the meeting at 150 people.
Oh.
Because I think they knew, like, a lot of people are going to show up. So they say residents about the project, of course, have their thoughts. And so that's why they were like, all right, we got to have a certain amount of people here. And they say the capacity of that venue in general, but it's scheduled to start at 3 p.m. and only last an hour, according to agenda. I have a feeling it's going to last longer than that. But yeah, if you're planning on attending, obviously you can show your support, protest outside of it. I don't know, whatever.
I was just going to say, maybe they can only allow that many people in the building, but I'd be hard pressed to say that I don't see why you couldn't be outside still voicing your opinion and displeasure of having that installed there at the park.
Yeah, I am with you on that.
There's so much land that they could still, if they wanted to put a golf course on. And those, amenities don't sound terrible. They sound like it could be a lot of fun, but just don't put it there. There's plenty of other room that we could put it if you really, really wanted to, I'm sure.
I am with you on that. So if you want to save Jonathan Dickinson Park from getting 3 golf courses on there, then definitely show up to there. And of course, there's that petition on change.org that hopefully will do something about it. And that is your What the Florida. Now, we do have a couple texts, and then Jimmy is going to do you a solid and let you know we still have a keyword for you to enter. Text actually to 200-200 to get to the iHeartRadio Music Festival and go to our social. But a few things here from some things that we've been talking about. We have, I have Walmart Plus. Paramount Plus is free, and also at gas stations to get 10 cents off per gallon. With Walmart Plus.
Walmart Plus?
I guess. Paramount Plus is free, and also at gas stations to get 10 cents off per gallon. Never heard of it. 47142 started off with Real Radio. We got to look into that. It doesn't
sound like a gag either.
No. Curious, yep.
Walmart
We also
Plus. All right, I'm going to look into that.
We have here for the golf course at Jonathan Dickinson, I think a funny satirical headline for The Onion or similar would be the DP or Department to Destroy Endangered Ecosystems in Manner Harmonious with Nature. I'm like, okay, it's pretty good. Actually, it sounds better, looks better when you write it than when I say it. And then we have, it's a good thing that the scammer wasn't selling sausage subs and just delivering raw sausage. Yep, that's probably true, talking about the pizzeria guy. And then we have Palm Beach County has more than 145 golf courses. I play golf, but not as much as I used to. There are over 600 courses in all of Metro South Florida. Therefore, you can find a course to play within every 10 to 12 mile radius, 3 more courses, and Jonathan Dickinson State Park is not a major need at this time. I am yelling to the proposal to build this unneeded destruction of our nature's habitat. And I am now stepping off of my soapbox. And then let's see.
Don't step off. Stay on it. There's no reason not to. I haven't seen anything that's been positive as far as having these golf courses there. So obviously this is a widely, we all kind of seem to be on the same page with this. There's really just no need to have it there at the state park.
I am with you. Now, Jimmy, you have the keyword. And of course, if you want to let them know how they can follow us on social too.
Absolutely. And we make it real easy. Real Radio 921. So that could be on our Twitter or X, as I should say, not Twitter. Instagram is on there as well. By the way, if you go find us on Instagram, you'll see I just put up our post as a reminder of our contest today at 12:45 for Megadeth tickets. But also, if you want to go to the iHeartRadio Music Festival, we know you do, because this is going to be a great trip out there coming up on September 20th and 21st. Text the keyword Vegas to 200-200. Now, what will that get you? That's going to get you $1,000 right off the bat. Boom. I can even stop right there if you want, but I'm not going to. $1,000 of spending cash while you're out in Las Vegas. We're going to have round-trip airfare to Vegas, a 2-night hotel stay for the 20th and the 21st of September, ground transportation to and from the airport, 2 tickets to both nights of our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival. That's going on, like I said, the 20th and 21st with bands like, what do we got here? We got Big Sean's going to be there, Doja Cat, Halsey, Hosier, Keith Urban, just a couple of those. And by the way, stay tuned, because tomorrow we're going to announce a couple more big, huge acts that are going to be there at the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text Vegas to 200-200 and you'll be in the running. Another keyword will be coming up at 1 o'clock, and then another one following up at 5 o'clock. I think we got one more week of keywords as well.
We do.
So you'll have plenty more chances, but do it each time, and you'll be in the running. And I can't wait. I hope we get to announce it. Now, you on KJR on the Gator, right? You had a winner over there, correct?
We did. We had a winner last week. So, I mean, it happens here. You know, we call it our cluster here in West Palm Beach, Treasure Coast. So we have one winner so far. Let's get another one, and let's make it a real radio listener. Let's do that. So, you know what? I was going to get into something, and we will. But while we're talking social media, do you want to talk about that fun thing that's trending right now that we both did?
Okay, so we did this, and I don't know, I hadn't seen it till this morning when I was reading an article on it, but apparently there is a new trend. Now, do you use ChatGPT much? Because I don't.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yes,
okay.
I enjoy utilizing it, even for like graphics and stuff. If you put like, I need some, oh yeah.
Oh, no kidding. I'll have to look into it more and start using it a little bit more. I haven't quite gotten into it yet.
I have the app on my phone.
Apparently, that I do, and and that's why I was able to do this new trend. So apparently, and this seems like a fun one, right? So if nothing else, you can just use it for this fun. There's this new social media challenge, and what you do is you take some of your Instagram,
like your posts,
screenshots of your Instagram, right?
From your profile.
From your profile, and you put that into ChatGPT, and you tell it to roast your Instagram, right? And that's the whole idea behind it. One person did this, and it told them that Instagram page is a chaotic jumble of filtered selfies, half-baked motivated quotes, and painfully staged candid moments that scream, "Look at me, I'm relatable." And that's the idea behind this. Is that you want it to insult you? It's like a kind of
you're asking it to roast you,
just like a roast, like a Tom Brady's roast, that type of thing, or make fun of you a little bit. So basically, all you do is you find a section in ChatGPT called Insta Guru. It's really a feature designed to help improve your Instagram feed and get you more clicks. And takes, like I said, some screenshots of your feed. What I did is I just clicked on my home and then took some screenshots of that. You enter it in and you say, after you put up the pictures, roast my feed in one paragraph. And you don't want to be much more than that. A paragraph will be enough. And then it'll spit out, a joke or two at you, about a paragraph worth. So both Franny and I did this before the show. And Franny, would you like to read yours first?
Sure. So I did more than I got a little bit more in depth. So I did a screenshot of what my profile says on it. And then I did a screenshot of photos, right, that are on my profile. So it... And man, it got me good. All right, so it's funny, and I will kind of cut this down because it went a little crazy with me in one part. Okay, so it says, first impression, you've got over 4,000 followers, so clearly people are interested in what you're putting out there. But let's talk about the content, because nothing says I'm a serious radio personality like a photo with a giant takeout box. And this subtle nod to your listeners that they'll be boxed in your content. They said radio personality, realtor, certified nutrition coach, and fitness enthusiast. So you're pretty much trying to be the most well-rounded person ever. But how many hats can one person wear before you just start to wonder if you have a secret clone? It goes on. It says you've got everything from dogs and bunny ears to what I'm assuming is your weird news board. The list includes vagina news and sperm news. I'm getting whiplash. It says I'm getting whiplash trying to figure out whether I should be tuning in for the rock music or the inevitable what did I watch moments.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, my God. Just a few more. It says from vineyard frolicking to group shots and fellow personalities and the occasional gym flex, at least you're consistent with inconsistency. It's like scrolling through your feed as a game of what will Franny do next? It says, and hey, at least you're not taking yourself too seriously. So at the end, it says nice. It says, keep on being you. And if anyone gets confused about your various careers and hobbies, well, that's just part of the fun.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. So what did you get on yours?
So I'll read mine. But by the way, if you want, after you do that, and if it comes out to where it's not quite
mean enough,
all right, you can just repeat and just go, do it again, but be meaner.
Yeah, you told me that. I should have.
So I did that on mine because the first one was kind of tame. So I was like, I don't want to read that one. But this one, it's a little bit better. So I said, do it again, but be meaner. It says, your feed looks like the result of someone with a midlife crisis trying to figure out social media, but ended up with a chaotic mess. It's like you threw a bunch of filters, random events, and awkward selfies into a blender and forgot to add any flavor. half of your posts look like you accidentally hit post instead of delete, and the rest are just bizarre attempts to be funny that scream, "I'm trying too hard." It's a visual dumpster fire with no clear direction, just a random collection of cringe. Honestly, it's impressive in the worst possible way. I love it.
Yep. So if you have, or download the Chat GPT, it's a fun thing to do. Just take a screenshot of your Instagram. It's the latest trend and have it roast you. And as Jimmy mentioned, like definitely say meaner if you think it's too nice.
Yep. If you want, it's called Insta Guru. Search for Insta Guru. And then that's where you'll upload some pictures and screenshots of your feed. And then underneath that, type in roast my feed.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time to be had by all. A lot of people, like, that's what you're seeing now. I mean, it's a trend going on. So they take it, the paragraph, and then they put it on with the pictures that they put just in one little sample and put it out there in social media. But instead of roasting, normally that's what happens, right? Roast or mean with celebrities. We actually have some people who are claiming we're nice celebrities. Typically when we talk about stuff like this, waiters and waitresses, it's when like they had a celebrity they waited on, they were a complete jerk. Well, now we're going to do the opposite because it's not talked about that much. And these are wait staff who say these are the nicest celebrities that they have waited on. We have that story, plus some crazy story happened with a toddler at a restaurant. But of course, when we come back, we do have a trifecta coming your way. Jimmy will handle that when we get back on Real Radio 92.1.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
When C-Lane said aneurysm, I've seen a couple of videos
of people having aneurysms.
Yeah. There was one where I'll try to see if I can find this. He was just like walking into the lobby of a building.
Click favorites.
Mm-hmm.
The news junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
A police investigation has the lanes blocked on Quadro Boulevard northbound at 1st Street. Expect delays northbound 95 between Lantana Road and Okeechobee Boulevard. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Why sit at a dealership waiting for an oil change? At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we make it easy to drive in, relax in your car, and be back on the road in about 15 minutes. Always quick, but never rushed. That's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Drive in, drive out, drive happy.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach, 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Open to 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. And Sunday night is Midnight Madness. Every Sunday from 12 to 2. In the biz, 50% off drinks. Step right up, spin a wheel of madness, win amazing prizes. Sunday night at Monroe's. Get you ready for the week. Monroe's and Palm Beach. That's where all the sexy, beautiful ladies are. Peace!
When the going gets tough, the tough gets StormSmart. Since 1996, StormSmart has simplified the process of protecting your home while increasing its living space and beauty. Because smart is easy. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Got a car to sell? Hey, it's Franny, and whether it's your daily driver, classic muscle car, or even a whole collection, GimmeTheVin.com wants it. Skip the hassle of dealerships and lowball offers. At GimmeTheVin.com, just enter your VIN or license plate and get a top dollar offer in minutes. They'll even beat a CarMax offer or pay you $100. Plus, you can visit one of their locations or have them come to you. Sell your car the easy way with America's best car buyer, GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
If you're thinking about selling your business, now is the perfect time. Florida's economy has attracted great buyers that are actively seeking new investment opportunities. Simply put, they're looking for businesses just like yours. At Transworld, our mergers and acquisitions team has extensive experience in confidentially selling privately held firms across all industries. Call us today at 833-735-5352. That's 833-SELL-FLA. And speak confidentially with one of our advisors with no obligation. That's 833-SELL-FLA. Or visit transworldma.com. Once again, that's transworldma.com. TransworldMA.com. Transworld Business Advisors, the #1 lower middle market firm in Florida. Good deals, good people.
High five! Up top! Heck yeah!
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years!
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Ends 9/22/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
You know, as they say, one person's personal information is another person's treasure.
Exactly. That's why I use NordVPN every time I surf the web. Features like Threat Protection Pro's safeguard devices from phishing websites and disable intrusive ads and trackers. Just check NordVPN.com, grab the deal, and see for yourself. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day. Ugh, I've been feeling so sluggish. I'm just kind of blah.
Been there. That's why I take Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites.
But I suppose they taste blah.
Actually, they taste delicious. It's an apple blueberry flavored center covered in a yogurt coating and is infused with probiotics to help support a healthy gut. They come 5 in a pouch. I just toss one in my bag and go.
Toss one in my bag?
Get your own.
New Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites from the makers of the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Find them in the digestive care aisle.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Point!
Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down.
Ace!
You're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Injured? Call Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather at 500-HELP. Help is just a local phone call away.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports, presented by Elf Beauty. Just one game in the WNBA tonight as the 24-4 New York Liberty host the 6-21 Dallas Wings for the second time this week. The two teams just met on Tuesday with the Liberty routing the Wings 94-74 in front of a sellout crowd of 11,455 at Barclays Center. New York sits comfortably atop the standings, while Dallas sits in 10th, one of 3 teams with just 6 wins. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
When it comes to women in sports, Elf Beauty is all about leveling the playing field. The same goes for the boardroom, where Elf is one of only 4 publicly traded U.S. companies with a board that's 2/3 women and 1/3 diverse. Learn more at elfbeauty.com. iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth soft rock all weekend, all commercial-free. High tide, low tide, no tide. Yacht Rock Radio works anywhere. Open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and start listening. iHeart Radio. Free
never sounded so good.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Mo Better Garage. Mo Better Garage. We make it way Mo Better. MoBetterGarage.com.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Hello, hello. Good morning to you in the Penthouse. What is going on? This is Franny. Greek is taking a day off, but he will be hopefully with us to end the week on a Friday here in the Penthouse. But we do have Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy, and good morning.
Hello, and good morning.
And I swear, there is a little, mouse in here that decides to unplug all of our devices at night because we have Real TV. You can see Jimmy's beautiful face on Real TV. Hi. If you go to realradio921.com and you click on Real TV, and bam, there he is. Because my thing is plugged in. I have a little tablet device that I utilize.
Okay.
Totally dead power.
Oh.
So then I stole Greek's because he's not here. His just went, and it's plugged in. It was plugged in overnight too. It stopped at 5%, had 5% power and started shutting down.
No kidding.
I don't know what's going on around here. I don't know if our outlets are just bogus. So I apologize.
Well, you got the laptop. How about using that?
What, this guy?
Because that's got a camera, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just have to download Zoom on it. So maybe I'll do that next break. I feel like it's so close to my face though.
Well, this is true. But
true.
not much.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, so maybe we'll look into that.
Okay.
But yes, you can look at Jimmy if you want to look at Jimmy. He's got the best reactions anyways. So that is Real TV. And speaking of Jimmy, he is going to be handling a Greek's Trifecta right now.
All right.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
Well, we'll start in the NFL, and week 3 of preseason football starts tonight. The Colts travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. The Bengals are a home dog, getting 6.5. That game starts at 8 p.m. if you're interested. The Chiefs are home against the Bears tonight. They're getting 1.5. Kickoff for that game is at 8:20. And for our Miami fans out there, they travel up to Tampa. Now, their game is tomorrow night at 7:30. The Bucs are a 2.5-point favorite in that game. Next up in the NFL, the Falcons. Well, did you know about this, by the way? Did you approve this this new deal?
I didn't approve it.
No?
No.
Well,
They didn't ask me.
Maybe it's not locked in, but the Falcons have locked down cornerback A.J. Terrell in a 4-year, $81 million contract extension that includes $65.8 million guaranteed. That's the largest guaranteed ever given to an NFL cornerback, and Terrell's $20.25 million average as salary makes him the second highest paid cornerback ever.
Not too shabby.
Not bad at all. And then we're going to finish up in Major League baseball scores from last night. The Mets beat the Orioles 4-3. The Yankees beat the Guardians 8-1. Judge, by the way, had 2 home runs in that game, and he's up to 47 for the season. And our Miami Marlins, unfortunately, dropped one against the Diamondbacks 10-8. And that is this hour's Greek's Trifecta.
Well, thank you so very much. And just a heads up, if you haven't listened for the past few weeks, normally we do, I don't want to say normally, but in the past it was always 11:45, and 3 days a week we do a giveaway at 11:45. We've switched things up. And on Thursday and Fridays, we do a 12:45 giveaway. So make sure you are tuned in, 12:45. We're going to play Who's Most Likely To for a pair of tickets to go see Megadeth.
Yeah, that show is this Saturday, too, at I think Financial Empathy.
Yeah, so if you're gonna call, make sure you can get there. Or hopefully maybe you know somebody who's been dying to go and you want to win it for them. So I always say you can participate in the Penthouse, and we have somebody who wants to now.
We do have Evan on the line with us. Hey, Evan, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, everyone, and welcome back, Franny.
Oh, thanks, Evan. What's going on?
I got a couple things. You're talking about the astronauts being stranded on the space station. Are you aware that Russia has 2 Soyuz spacecraft docked at their part of the station at all times in case there's an emergency?
Oh, I had no idea. So isn't this kind of an emergency?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think they would want to help us out?
Well, I don't. But what they're saying is, I don't know why NASA doesn't have that for the astronauts up there.
I see your point. Okay.
I mean, I get that too, but yeah, can't they help us out since we don't?
I don't know if they would consider this as an emergency, though. That's the thing.
Got it.
Because what if it takes? They do have an emergency as they their craft that they have are leaving, and then they don't have anything to come back. So politics is in it as well, I would assume. But yeah, if you ever look at a picture of this as the space station, you always see at all times there are at least one or two Soyuz docked at their part of the station.
Yeah, I did not know that, and maybe because of this incident that happened, NASA will actually do something similar to that.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
Now, yeah. Last night, Franny, this is for you basically. Well, Jimmy's a dog guy too. I had to go to work, shopping as a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm coming out with my cart, there's a SUV parked right next to mine. And as I'm walking up, it's dark. Like I say, it's real dark. And I look, and there's this lady in the front seat that wearing this biggest, looked like a feather hat. I mean, it was huge. I'm going like, what the heck? It really looks strange.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I get my cart. As I closer gets to the car, I realize it's a dog. It's a huge, huge dog. It's called it's a mixture of a blonde lab and a Pyrenees.
Okay.
And so as I get up in this dog, and I say, wow, you're a beautiful boy. And this dog is like a statue. He doesn't move his head. He just sits there and looks straight ahead, right? But I look at him, and he's giving me side eye the whole time. I'm watching him. He's got these big old eyes, and I'm watching. He's giving me the side eye, but he's not. But he's looking straight ahead. His head, he's not moving. It is. So I get my groceries in, and the guy pulls in. Guy brings his groceries up, and I tell him, I said, yeah, your dog was just giving me a side eye. He goes
very judgy.
No. What he said is he's a biggest baby. He's 130 pounds right now, and he's only a little over a year old. Because that's part of the massive family.
Oh yeah, so he's gonna fill in even more.
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. So, but he said otherwise he'll lick all over you, play with you, and all that stuff. But when he's in the car, he's like a guard at Fort Knox.
Oh, right. Okay.
Guarding the gold, because that's it. And he don't mess with him. But you ought to see his head. He had the biggest doggone head, and he's still a puppy, basically, a year old.
Yeah, that reminds me of. Have you seen those Tibetan Mastiffs?
No, but obviously
this is part of it. This is a mastiff family.
Right.
Yeah.
The Pyrenees is a mastiff.
Yeah, those Tibetan Mastiffs. That's the one, Evan. I don't know if you've heard or not, but they're massive. I mean, these things are huge. But for a while, I think it maybe where was it? I think zoos in China were they were trying to play them off as lions. Do you remember those stories?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Put a little mane around it.
I did see that. Right.
Well, that's cool. All right, now I have to get another dog. All right.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. A Tibetan Mastiff.
Yeah.
You have 4?
No, 3's enough.
Well, 4. This will make 4. So
yeah.
But anyway, it was such a beautiful dog with the attitude of a lab and a mastiff. I mean, it was a wonderful lap dog. 130 pounds.
Oh yeah,
130-pound lap dog. Yeah.
That's funny. Well,
and so anyway. Is Greek's coming in tomorrow?
We don't know. It's not 100% because if he's not feeling well, he may not be feeling well tomorrow. We can just hope he gets better. So we shall see.
Yeah, just keeping our fingers crossed.
He's not waiting on this. Or he's not waiting on furniture today. This is really he's sick.
I mean, I don't know. He could be at a Dolphins training camp. I don't know. Who knows with this guy?
Unfortunately, I do believe, he made it sound like that he wasn't feeling too well.
He got my sickness.
Was going to go to see the doctor maybe today and get one of those, Z-Packs or something?
Z-Pack, yeah. Those only work, though, if you have like a flu or something like that. It's not really.
Hopefully that will help our little buddy out. While we got you, Evan, do you mind if I put it out there? You sent me that email about the Walmart Plus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do you want to go over that a little bit? I was trying to read it on the break, but doing 8 other things, too.
Yeah, our buddy Leon sent me something, too.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, what I did is they have a Walmart Plus, and you get a 30-day free trial, and you get 10 cents off at many gas stations, not all of them, but there's you'll see them. You drive by a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So 10 cents off per gallon. You get Paramount Plus. You get free shipping on items, any item over $35. But there's some items that they ship for free that's under. You never know.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
And you get discounts. I had to get tires last month, And so I have an off-size tire on my SUV. Anyway, they're more difficult to get. So I called different places, and so I called Walmart, and they said go online. That's the fastest way to get them.
Oh, okay.
So I did, and with the Walmart Plus, I got $40 off on the installation and $40 off on the road hazard, and 15% off on each tire. Just on that, and I did this on the free thing. I didn't even sign up yet.
Huh.
And then what I found out I said, I don't know if I'm going to keep it. So I went to go cancel my free free trial, and then I automatically got an email and they said we're going to offer you half price, so you get it for $49. And so I go, okay, I'm going to take it for that. So I think it's a good deal.
So sounds like a great deal. I mean, even our buddy Leon said that with it too. They his groceries. They deliver groceries. Is that for free?
Sure. Yeah, exactly. There's so many. There's a list you can read for 10 minutes. So they offer a lot for that price. So, I heard you guys talking about it. So I sent Jimmy an email on it. So,
and I think I believe in that email you also said that it includes Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Exactly.
That alone is worth it.
So right there, I think what's Paramount Plus about $8 a month or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. I think the $8.99 a month I'm paying right now, and if you do for the annual, you get a couple months free. But still, it's right there. You got to say you have savings right there.
Yep, exactly. Well, you all have a good little Friday.
You too, Evan. Thanks for calling in.
Take care, pal. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, I'm not much of a Walmart person, but that if I don't have to go in there, they'll deliver my groceries.
Well, the question would be: is the one that's near you got a gas station?
I don't know.
So, I mean, you'd save that money in gas.
I don't know if
you have Paramount Plus.
But I have Costco.
That's right there.
And I get good gas deals with that too.
So if you have that, then it's pretty much, it sounds like about the same as Costco or BJ's has that same thing.
It does. It does sound like that. So we were going to get into at 47142.
Okay.
Somebody said, I guess it's not nice to share. They're like, it's a little disturbing how the Penthouse is down with the sickness. It's not always nice to share. You're right. That's one thing you don't want to share. But yes, I wanted to get into the good side of celebrities, because typically when we talk about celebrities, especially when it comes to restaurants and wait staff, it's people complaining about how rude they are. Well, this one is a bit of a different situation because servers are talking about the kindest celebrities. In fact, they said celebrities who are way, 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 way nicer than people thought they would be. And I know I wasn't waiting on him, but that was something I had when I had the opportunity to interview Russell Crowe. I was kind of nervous about it because he has a reputation of kind of being a jerk. Right. And that was his reputation. And so when I was doing it, I was like, he's going to be mean to me. It's going to be a really hard interview. I was like, but he was an absolute pleasure. So it's just like, you can't always trust the tabloids or what people say.
True. I think that was done over Zoom or something like that, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, because it was during the pandemic.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So somebody says, and we've heard good and bad stuff about her, but not me, but my partner who works for AMC. So not necessarily, it wasn't a server situation, worked at a movie theater, says he was working during a red carpet premiere for one of J-Lo's movies and said she was really nice and friendly. She brought a ton of staff along with her, understandably, but he said that she made a point of thanking the theater employees like one at a time for their hard work in making the event happen. They said she was also very kind during the Q&A that followed the film and was happy to talk and sign autographs for fans. So somebody we've heard that sometimes can be a bit of a diva, people are saying not. Rosie O'Donnell made the list. They said truly one of the nicest people to wait on. They said she was a regular where I worked. I was new, so she introduced herself and asked my name. She remembered it the next time and remembered everyone else's name. Kind, patient, and tips 100% on the bill.
Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's tough to do. Remember everybody's name.
Yeah. Especially for what you do for a living and how many people you meet. I couldn't imagine that.
Yes, that is special. If you're familiar with Olivia Rodrigo, she is very, very popular in the music world. Someone claims that she's always an amazing customer, sweet, respectful. You would never know that she's famous. She comes off like a regular young woman, according to that. One of our locals here, Vanilla Ice. And every time I've gotten to talk with him, he is a pleasure. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, I've never heard a bad thing about him. He's
I
one
haven't
of the
either.
Few celebrities you just don't hear anything about.
Yep. They said I had a work event where I was to interview Vanilla Ice. I was so nervous. He could absolutely tell, but his kindness and charisma was instantly relaxing. At one point, the room was noisy, and I didn't necessarily know how to command it. And he kind of leaned in and was like, hey, you ready? And then in a flawless move, had everyone quiet while I started my questions. So,
cool.
Yeah, seems like a really cool dude. Let's see here. Naomi Judd, R.I.P., Naomi Judd, says, I took a phone order from Naomi Judd when I worked for a catalog company. When she came, when she gave me her name, I said, well, of course you are, because she sounded exactly like herself. They said she laughed, which was the surest way to make me like you, she said. Another person, Alice Cooper. Haven't met him, but he seems like he'd be a really solid dude.
Yeah.
Right? Says when I
One
was...
of those rockers.
Yeah.
You know, they're all super nice people.
Seems like it. Says when I was little, because my brother worked security for him and took me on a ride along. That's when he met him. Says years later, same store, his personal assistant comes in and finds out my oldest brother and I are fans. He tells us he has a surprise for us. Alice was actually there, came in, hair pulled back in a ponytail, said hi, shook her hands, and told us how cool it was that we helped set up his kitchen, then left. Great dude. So if you have any of these, because we know we live in South Florida, there's a lot of celebrity interaction here. So if there's any that you had that were good, because we always have the bad ones that were good, let us know. 47142 started off with Real Radio. Pitbull, just plain and simple, an absolute dream, in case anyone cares. They said, true king of Miami. Let's see. I used to work at a chain. They said that the regular was patronized by Joe Flacco and Justin Tucker of the Baltimore Ravens. They said both were very polite, kept to themselves, and tipped well. It's always nice to hear when they tip well.
Ah, that's cool.
Uh-huh.
At a restaurant.
At a restaurant. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. My partner has met a few famous people in the course of his job, but he says so far Dan Aykroyd has been his favorite and nicest one. He seems like he'd be a good dude.
Now, he's one who I think we've heard some bad stories
Have
on.
we?
Yeah, I mean, just, in passing.
I know
like
Bill Murray doesn't have a great reputation with a lot.
Too. Yeah.
And that's the thing is that he does all these cool things that shows up at weddings and bars, and everybody's like, oh, cool, Bill Murray, and he's fun in this. But then we also have stories about where people actually meet him or do movies with him.
Yeah.
It's mainly people who do films with him.
That's what I've heard about Bill Murray.
Yeah. So if you have any interactions at 47142, let us know. Let's see. We have, this has nothing to do with it, but I'll read text lines. It says, I used to have my white boxer in my tow truck. I think it's because Evan was talking about a dog he saw at the grocery store. It says he used to have my white boxer in my tow truck. She used to sit behind the steering wheel while I was out of the truck with the engine and air conditioning on, but she would sit like a statue. Everyone thought she was a pit bull. Little did they know she would let them take the truck and lick them up if she did. Not so much of a guard dog, huh? But when you saw it. And then I dropped a tenner on a $40 tab. Well, that was nice of you. Are you a celebrity? So if you have any stories, let us know. Now, Jimmy, I know we have somebody on the line. I don't know if it's about a celebrity story, but we'll talk to him anyways.
All right. Yes, we have Mark on the line. Hey, Mark, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, buddy? All right.
Now we don't have Mark on the line.
Now we have Mike from Green Acres is checking in with the Penthouse. Hey, Mike, what's going on, pal?
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Greek. I'm sorry, Greek's not there. Okay. Franny.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah. Hi. Nothing to do with your topic. I've been on a Zoom funeral in New Hampshire. So
sorry to hear about that.
Everything. Yeah, but it was interesting. I got to pick out people that it was a full church. My neighbor passed away a couple of Fridays ago, and it was just picking out people that live in New Hampshire that were there, for the church service. Very nicely done. But that was it. I just wanted to get a quick hello in. And by the way, Jimmy.
Yes.
All rise twice last night. Huh?
All rise. Yeah, he had 2 homers last night. Up to 47 now on the year.
Yeah, between him and Soto, they had the 8 RBIs.
Yep. I don't follow baseball too closely. I get some headlines here and there, but it seems like those are pretty much your 2 Yankees that are keeping them in first place or close to first place for the season so far.
Yeah, that might be at first because I think the Orioles got beat, I think, by the Mets. I'm not sure.
Yep. Mets beat them 4-3.
Yeah. And there was something else, but of course I short-term memory here.
It's all right. Well, if you think about it, you can always call us back.
Yep.
Oh, I had bets that you weren't going to be there today, Franny, with your voice there. I figured,
Yeah.
Franny's not going to be there. It's going to be a rerun, and then Greek Man stays out.
Yeah. Sucked it up. Voice is better than it was yesterday and the day before and the day before. So
Just good to hear. I mean, yesterday was, we could tell you were on a struggle bus.
it was worse the other day. So yesterday was an improvement.
Good to have the two of you there.
Well, thanks, Mike.
Appreciate that, Mike. Thank you so much for the phone call, and thank you. You were talking restaurants. I saw this. You want to talk about a scary thing that happened? A family was at a large family dinner restaurant, and it was a Japanese restaurant, when their 2-year-old daughter was mistakenly served alcohol, resulting in a night, of course, in the emergency room.
Like, how
as you
does
can
that
imagine.
happen?
So parents ordered apple juice for their daughter's drink, but it was not until after their daughter started showing signs of intoxication that they realized that the juice cup that she was drinking out of had house-made cooking wine inside of it instead.
Oh, no.
It was then served inside. It was like a normal juice cup, right, with the lid and everything on it. And apparently, for whatever reason, they had a jar in the back that was labeled juice, apple juice, on it,
but
it
wasn't.
actually
It
had
was cooking wine.
It had cooking wine in it, and of course they just filled it up and they served it to the kid. They didn't know any better, and unfortunately, and I mean, literally, this 2-year-old was slurring words and kind of flopping its head and everything, showing every sign of intoxication. What we normally would see.
I think that you would be able to smell it or something, right?
After obviously after showing those signs of intoxication, they opened up the cup and you could tell. And of course, if it's a sippy cup, it doesn't have a big opening or anything, so you may not smell it, right? And if there's other people there, adults drinking wine, you may not think of it either. So yeah, unfortunately, they were able to tell that, and then they took the girl to the ER, had a blood alcohol level of 0.12% in her system. The manager of the restaurant said, well, it was a mistake. Yeah, no kidding.
Well, that's it. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some kind of legal troubles after the fact, right? I mean, you would think.
Yeah, I'm sure that there'll be a lawsuit coming after this one. Yeah,
so they didn't actually serve a toddler. In fact, she was more of an infant alcohol. But I was at a restaurant where my girlfriend and I went. She was with her husband and ordered a frozen margarita, and I think there was a couple of them. Let's say the establishment isn't in business anymore, but they dropped 2 frozen margaritas on the infant.
Oh.
In her stroller, covered in strawberry margarita, and not apologetic, not anything, nothing comped, no whatever. I mean, we were furious. I mean, didn't leave or anything, but that was the thing. Accidents happen. I understand. People drop trays. It can happen, but the fact that they I also do think the girl may have been new because she was more scared than anything. I mean, she darted. Like, after it happened, she didn't even stay around to help clean up the mess that we had to do.
It wasn't rude. It was just a fact.
I don't know. She may have been just scared, maybe knew, but because she darted. But the fact that management or nobody.
Okay, so it was even beyond just the person that did it, the bartender.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we had to take baby girl into the bathroom and clean her off and all this stuff. But yeah, not one person came. I mean, and that's like when we left, we were just like, this is very unprofessional. This happened. I said, we understand accidents happen. I get it. I said, but not one person came to check out the situation, see what was happening, offer an apology, anything like that.
Yeah, bring a couple towels or something.
So, I mean, definitely didn't get her drunk, but could have if she slurped that stuff up.
Yeah, really.
She was like,
Could you imagine your 2-year-old, though?
No.
All of a sudden is just drunk. And there's, I don't know, even
kids get into everything. I had a cousin who was at her house, and she was a toddler, and drank peroxide. Just took a bottle of peroxide, just started to drink it. And that's the thing, like, you just don't know what they're going to, that's why they say lock up everything.
Yeah, keep everything locked up.
Lock up everything. So we got to go to a break, but when we come back, we are going to have some fun facts coming your way. Plus, we talked a little bit about toddler situations, so we're going to stay in the family realm, but we're going to talk about a guy who definitely is not getting the Father of the Year award. I will let you know why. Plus, Jimmy has some fun things going on. We have family-friendly phrases for intercourse. Start thinking of them. So if you want to play along. And we'll do those.
We're going to have a good time with this.
Yeah, when we get back into the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Go on, tell it. Show that damn thing who's boss. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
A police investigation has the lanes blocked on Quadro Boulevard northbound at 1st Street. Expect delays northbound 95 between Lantana Road and Okeechobee Boulevard. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Should I be supporting my brain health?
There's a way to support your overall brain health, including memory, and it's called Nariva. Nariva Brain Health supplements have clinically tested ingredients that can support up to 7 indicators of brain health, including memory. Look for Nariva at Walmart today and feel the difference. Also try Nariva Ultra with clinically tested cognitive and feel mentally alert. Available at Walmart. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Bush Loaded, the greatest hits tour. Friday, August 30th, Hard Rock Live. With special guests, Jerry Cantrell and Candlebox. Tickets on sale now at myhrl.com or ticketmaster.com. Bush Loaded, the greatest hits tour. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Wouldn't it be nice if making decisions was easier? With Xfinity, you have one less decision to worry about. Just say what to watch into your Xfinity voice remote to see editors' picks and find what's new. You can even search by genre or mood. You can also find the ultimate dance soundtrack and play all your favorite music and artists on iHeartRadio to get the party started right in your living room. So you can skip the endless scroll and get right to the good stuff.
Ugh, I've been feeling so sluggish. I'm just kind of blah.
Been there.
That's why I take Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites.
But I suppose they taste blah.
Actually, they taste delicious. It's an apple blueberry flavored center covered in a yogurt coating and is infused with probiotics to help support a healthy gut. They come 5 in a pouch. I just toss one in my bag and go. Toss one in my bag? Get your own.
New Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites from the makers of the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Find them in the digestive care aisle.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Don't miss our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, are you having a good time?
Friday and Saturday, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
iHeartRadio, let's go!
Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Thursday. It's going to be a humid one for us as well. Temperatures near 90 degrees, and we're going to see thunderstorms moving across the area for us today. Winds are coming in out of the southwest, and they're going to help to bring storms across the area. Starting inland, moving east towards the coastline, heavy downpours and localized flooding is our biggest threat.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Stuck sitting at the dealership waiting for your oil change? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can stay in your car, relax, and we'll get you back on the road in about 15 minutes. Quick, easy, trusted. That's Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
When the going gets tough, the tough get Storm Smart. Since 1996, Storm Smart has simplified the process of protecting your home while increasing its living space and beauty. Because smart is easy. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Hello. Good afternoon. You guys are welcome back into the PH. Thank you. If you're just tuning in, well, welcome. As I mentioned, if you've been hanging out with us since 10 in the morning, or maybe with Rover, you know how much we appreciate that. And make sure you are always tuned in, because going on until next week, we got 3 times a day for you to score a trip to Las Vegas, Nevada for our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival. That is passes to the concert, right? It's 2 nights of amazing music. And then you're going to get flight, accommodations. They're even going to get you the hookup between the hotel and the arena. Plus, we're going to throw in $1,000. It really is an amazing hookup. And then 12:45, we're going to be playing Who's Most Likely To for a pair of tickets to go see Megadeth with Mudvayne. That's this Saturday at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. This is Franny. We have Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. Good afternoon.
Hello and good afternoon.
We are going to get into some fun facts, and then we got a phone call to get to.
It's Franny's Fun Facts.
All right. I'm going to do random again. I've been digging those. Not super crazy about the holidays, but if you were listening earlier this morning to our intro, you may have heard that it is National Tooth Fairy Day. Mm-hmm. We talked a little Tooth Fairy yesterday because...
Sure did, yeah.
I mean, prices are going down. She can't afford that much these days. The kids aren't getting as much money.
Mm-hmm. Inflation.
She's feeling it in her pocket like the rest of us.
Hurting a Tooth Fairy, too.
Yep, she or he. I mean, Rock was a Tooth Fairy, and that's a dude, so...
Oh, well, true. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
It is National Bow Day, if you like yourself a bow bun. It's National Burger Day.
Oh, all right.
I feel like there's so many of those, right? Let's see. It is National Oncologist Day. There you go.
All right.
And let's see what else. That's about it. Not too many great holidays on August 22nd, but it is my girlfriend Nina's birthday. Happy birthday, Nina.
Oh, happy birthday, Nina.
Yeah, it's her official birthday. She was the one that we had the fun 80s party for on Saturday, but today is the official day. So, yes, we are going to get you some at random facts here, and I try to find some that hopefully you've never heard before. So, did you know from 1953 to 1957, NBC's Today Show, that's how long it's been around, wow, had a chimpanzee co-host named J. Fred Muggs.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, named J. Fred Muggs. It said it is estimated that J. Fred Muggs, the chimpanzee co-host, brought in the network around $100 million.
No way.
I gotta look into that.
How much did
that made me laugh.
How much did they pay him?
I don't think he got paid any bananas. He got paid. I'm guessing it's a him with the Fred Muggs name, J. Fred Muggs. Who knows?
Makes sense.
Also, randomly with food, who knew? Canada eats more macaroni and cheese than any other nation in the world.
No, stop.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
More
including
than
here.
the United States?
Yep, more than the United States.
No
Canada
kidding.
takes it. Yes, yes, yes. We're talking about fun facts at random. A French general gave John Quincy Adams a pet alligator. Adams kept it in one of the White House bathtubs and enjoyed showing it off.
No way.
I don't think that's a great life for an alligator.
Is that how we got them down here in Florida?
Possibly.
Did he bring it down here?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a great way of life, living in a bathtub, but let's see here. They said that an animal's yawn is based on how large their brain is. The bigger the brain, the longer it will yawn.
That's a random fact.
My yawns are very long. Big brain
That's
on
what
me.
I heard.
Big brain on
That's
me.
what I heard. That's the reputation going around the coffee shop.
There are more Lego minifigures than there are people on Earth. I'm not surprised about that.
Oh, yeah.
I believe we've heard this before. Surgeons who play video games at least 3 hours a week perform 27% faster and make 37% fewer errors performing a laparoscopic surgery.
Oh, boy.
Right? So start playing video game, surgeons.
There you go.
We are doing fun facts at random. We have this one, too. Oh, I've actually had a story about this that I can have details about, but this is a new thing where now you can get a headstone with a QR code called Living Headstone.
Yes, I have heard of that.
Yes. This is actually really cool, where they actually put a QR code and then you scan it. And these living headstones, they actually show pages with photos, video biographies, and comments from loved ones. I think that's really cool to do.
Yeah, why not? I think it's an awesome idea.
Yeah, if you've ever looked into that, I do have an article about it. It is actually really, really cool. And then finally here, the NYPD had a police officer follow Andre the Giant whenever he went out drinking. They said it was to make sure that he didn't get drunk and fall on anyone. That's funny. And there you go for your fun facts.
I think he's got a record for how many beers drank by one Andre.
Yeah, Andre the Giant.
The Giant beers.
I gotta see too.
1984 appearance on the late night show with David Letterman. Andre confirmed when asked by Letterman that he drank 117 beers in one sitting, noting that he couldn't remember if he was drunk as he thinks he passed out.
Yeah.
Another story involved Andre drinking more than 125 beers in New Orleans.
That's insanity. I mean, the guy is
a big dude,
huge.
but still.
Yes. Yeah. They even said that he had to be followed, that because of his drinking antics too, that he had to be followed, and you probably still haven't watched it, Princess Bride, because he's in it. They said that he even had to be followed by a cop while filming The Princess Bride too. Not only obviously his larger-than-life persona, but he said he, of course, wasn't immune to some unintentional mishaps, including drinking all of that. He had quite an appetite. But, yeah, it's true. They said that when he went out drinking, he would get a little stumbly, so they had to make sure that he didn't fall on top of anybody. So that's fun. And they said, especially Elvis, the guy who was in it, I can't remember his first name, but he was in Seinfeld, too. The main character from Princess Bride is going to drive me crazy. But, Carrie Ellis. And that had Billy Crystal, Robin Wright was in there too. But they said that it was really unusual. They said watching him downing his mix of hard spirits served in a beer pitcher. So he would drink liquor, like a mixed drink in a beer pitcher. He said, I've never seen anything like it. He said that they would hop from bar to bar, drinking beers, enjoying the night away. And then he noticed a stranger was following them to every venue. And he was like, but the guy was never treating himself to drinks. And so Carrie Ellis was like, kind of showed concern. He was like, dude, there's a guy following us all the time. And he was like, yeah. He was like, that's a police officer that has to shadow him at nights out in the town just to kind of make sure nothing happened. It wasn't even just if they fell on him, but to also make sure that he didn't get any kind of altercations, too, because that guy would destroy somebody.
Well, he did what he did in the ring. Of course, that's all an act and everything, but obviously still very strong. I couldn't imagine him getting a beer drunk and then going out and causing a fight.
Yeah, that guy was massive. Yep. So we want to take a phone call?
Yeah, we got Justin on the line. Hey, Justin, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, pal?
How you guys doing? Can you hear me okay?
Got you loud and clear.
What's going on?
Number one, I'm glad you brought up the Tooth Fairy thing, actually. It was kind of funny. I haven't watched the original Transformers in a little bit, and that scene where the little girl and that Transformer comes out of the pool and crushes the entire pool and says, and the little girl's like, "Are you the Tooth Fairy?"
I remember that.
All right, but and also long-time listeners. This is my first time on. About like the tipping, and I live in Jupiter, and I've been in customer service a long time, and Franny, I've come across you a couple times, and you are great with customer service.
Well, thank you.
And Jimmy, you the best. Jimmy's got the best hello in radio.
He does.
Thank you, Justin.
And
hello,
man, the celebrities I've met in the county we live in, and I mean, it's very rare I've had a bad experience. Actually, if you just catch them, they're stressed if they're at a concert or this or that. And I mean, I was with Slightly Stupid. I mean, they're all great, and Jupiter Island, and I've worked from here to Key West, from Jupiter to Key West, and I've met a lot of people, and they're just great.
That's good to hear. So no bad experiences, huh? Everybody's just been pretty solid.
Well, I've had a cranky one.
Yeah.
But hey, we're all cranky once in a while.
It's true. True story.
But no, I love you guys, and I just wanted to give a quick hello, and I got a little break from work, and thought I'd, for the first time, give a hi. Hello.
Well, I love it. Justin, don't be a stranger. Call us more often.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the phone call, Justin. Have a good day.
Love you guys.
All right. Bye, Justin. Thank you.
Take care.
47142 started off with Real Radio. Jimmy hasn't seen The Princess Bride. Inconceivable. You would get that if you watched it.
Okay.
That's from our girl, Sarah B. Let's see here. One cop. How in the heck is one cop going to get him back up? That's true.
Really?
Precinct. We have celebrity run-ins here. It's fun to be complimented on my singing, but it's another level when the compliments come from people like Gary Allen and Joe Nichols. Separate occasions, they showed up at a karaoke contest I was in here in Nashville, and that's from Sarah B. I'm sure, people who are in, especially what you love to do, singing and stuff, and they compliment you on that. That's got to be massive and make you feel so good.
Sure.
Let's see. We have 16 years ago, I was working at Bed Bath & Beyond, and my biggest crush came in to buy pillows for her new place on Jupiter Island. It was Olivia Newton-John. I walked her back to the pillow area. Says I was walking on air. I was so starstruck, yet too embarrassed to ask for an autograph or picture. And needless to say, I was heartbroken when she passed away. I totally get it. We got some more text messages.
All right.
With the wine situation, the 2-year-old that accidentally was supposed to be apple juice and got cooking wine instead. A 2-year-old with wine sounds like one of the cooks was trying to hide that. They were drinking wine while cooking, and a server poured from their stash. I am totally with you, Sarah. I thought about that too, because if you notice, a lot of people in the back. And I'm not saying they're drinking. They even drink their sodas. But they drink them in the styrofoam cups. They don't drink them in the basic cups that you're going to give out to the restaurant patrons.
Sure,
and a lot of them, a lot of cooks in the kitchen too, they drink out of like the to-go, like you would put a soup in.
Oh,
I noticed that too. I don't know the name for it specifically. But that totally could have been it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there was a jar labeled apple juice, which is a bit of irony that's exactly what they ordered.
Yep. Somebody says, I was on a first-name basis with the emergency room staff at Hollywood Memorial Hospital. They used to call me the boy who bit the duck and have a stomach pump waiting for me. I miss the old Vicks Formula 44. They said I was a terrible 2 through 6 child, so it wasn't even just terrible 2s.
2 through 6.
Yep. And then we have, hey, PH, my first job out of college was selling boats. One weekend, I got sent to ATL to work the boat show. Being the young buck, my job was to make sure people took their shoes off to board the yachts. I struck up conversation with a guy with his hat pulled down low, and we had small talk about the yacht and random stuff for a while. Turns out I sold Tyler Perry a 58-foot cruiser for his private island.
No kidding.
Yep. I had no idea who he was until people started asking to take pictures with him. Really nice guy.
How about that?
Good for you. I hope you made commission off that.
Yeah, really.
And a few months ago, I met Jake Owen at a beach bar in Fort Pierce. He was like a guy hanging out at your backyard barbecue, friendly, funny, and just enjoying a good time with friends. It was like he was unaware of his celebrity. And that's his hood, right? He's a Vero boy, I believe. Okay. Let's see, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, plays a Tooth Fairy in the movie. The Tooth Fairy, a great movie, yes. Yep. And then we have Franny, you and Jimmy are the wheels that make the penthouse roll, and that's from JW. So thank you kindly.
I'm the flat one.
No, Greek is, because he gets all the nails in.
Oh, well, okay. This is true.
That's why.
Can't argue that.
If you are tuning in, Greek is under the weather. Maybe we'll have him with us tomorrow. Let's hope so. Let's hope he starts feeling better. But yeah, so we're going from Toddler getting drugged to a situation with a deadbeat. And I mean, there's kind of a pun in there, deadbeat.
All right.
And you'll hear why with this story.
All right.
This guy went to such crazy lengths not to pay child support. And we know there's some there's some great dads out there. And even if they're separated, they will take on those duties to do so. This guy did something so nutty that he was just like, don't want to do it. All right, so this is how this story goes. And I'm just going to give you the cliff notes here because it's a pretty long story. But this guy decided, hey, I'm done. Don't want to do this. Don't want to deal with my kids or with my ex. His name is Jesse Kiff. And he has been nailed with an 81-month jail sentence after being convicted of faking his own death. Yes, he went as far as to fake his own death to stop child support payments.
To get out of child support
So
payments.
he even hacked the government system and officially marked himself as deceased. So last year...
You can do that?
Well, that's what... So he obviously knew what he was doing. So he used credentials of a physician that he just somehow got to gain access to the death registry system in Hawaii to create a case that recorded his own death. Yep. So from there, he created a death certificate worksheet from the state, assigned himself as the medical certifier for the case, and certified his own death. So with the paperwork appearing correct, the government database then listed that 39-year-old dude, Jesse, as officially, he kicked the bucket, dead, gone. Then he even upped his game after the fact, stole other credentials, and accessed other states' death registries, private business networks, governmental and corporate networks. And then he tried to sell access to these networks to potential buyers on the dark web. So all the stuff that he got, he stole credentials, Jimmy, from other states' death registries, because he got, he was like, oh, well, I kind of know what I'm doing, so let me go into other states' death registries because I've got this racket going. And so he would sell all that stuff to his access that he gained to the dark web after the fact.
So that other people could do the same thing.
I guess.
It was a way to access their own personal information so that they could change.
Or fake their death or do whatever with the information.
That same thing. Yeah. Wow.
So the guy eventually got busted, not as good as he thought he was. But to go to that extent, they said that once he is eventually released from jail, which it'll be a while, he is going to be on the hook for $195,000 to cover the child support that he was trying to avoid this whole time and to cover the cost of damages that he inflicted on the computers that he accessed as well, too. Wow. So all in all, yep. Right?
You would think that would do so much other damage to yourself, though. I mean, as far as credit cards or anything along those lines.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think he thought this. I don't think he thought it over very well.
You don't exist. You don't ever collect Social Security. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you would think that it would back. Really? You didn't get any thought?
Yeah, so I have a feeling nobody's going to be giving him Dad of the Year mug for Father's Day.
No, not at all.
I don't think that's happening. But yeah, when I saw that story, I was like, that is absolutely nuts. Want to take a call?
Yeah, we can do that. And we have Jim on the line. Hey, Jim, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, buddy?
Hey. How's everybody doing?
Hey, Jim. Doing good. How are you?
Doing good.
All right. I'm doing awesome. Playing hooky from work today. My son, we dropped my son off at UF the other day, and now I've ripping apart his room and just peeled all the paint off and repainting his room. So when he comes to visit in a couple of weeks, it looks brand new.
Oh, I was going to say, what are you turning it into? But you're keeping it his room.
Going to keep it his room, yeah. I'm waiting for my office to be able to free up. I think I've told you before, my mother-in-law just turned 100, and, the only way I can get my office is, to not have my mother-in-law there anymore. So, not rushing.
Gosh, 100, though. Good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, remember I told you it's my mother-in-law, so
Yes.
That's
I understand. Well, yeah. well, your wife is probably like, thank God.
Yeah, okay.
I get like you're not, but she's probably very happy she's lived a long 100 years.
Oh yeah. But you guys are talking about celebrities. I think I told you before. I run into like a ton of celebrities.
Well, you do photography, right?
But I do photography.
Yeah.
Right? But recently at work, I ran into Tekashi, and I know people say that he's always in trouble and, he's getting arrested all the time, but he was super nice. His mother and his brother came in and they bought like a bunch of stuff from me. And then last year, I ran into Donald Trump, and I got to work with Donald Trump, and he was super cool.
All right.
Yeah, but being at I think I told you I worked at Planet Hollywood in Chicago years ago, and I got to bartend with Bruce Willis, and I served coffee to Sylvester Stallone.
That's cool.
All these people that came in were super nice.
They were partners, though, weren't they? Weren't they, Jim? Weren't they part of Planet Hollywood, right?
Well, this is the way it happened, is they put their name on Planet Hollywood, and then when they would have the Planet Hollywoods open, they would go to the opening.
Okay.
So it's not like they had any money really in it, per se. But Michael Jackson, I got to meet him really quick, so I don't really know if he's a nice guy or not, but, Cindy Crawford. But I get to meet a lot of cool people. Like I said, I got to bartend with Bruce Willis, and he was a super cool guy. Yeah. But other than that, Rodman. Rodman was really cool.
I got to meet him. He was actually very nice. Yeah, I met him at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and he was a super nice guy.
I met him at a casino, too. Actually, he was coming out of a casino in Chicago, and I was going down to ramp. He was coming up, and I said, "Hey, Worm." But it was pretty cool. Anyhow, that's it.
Well, thank you.
A lot of people, but yeah.
Well, I'm sure in your line of work, and especially working at that Planet Hollywood in Hollywood.
Sure, yeah, that'll do it.
A lot of celebrities.
No surprise.
Right.
Well, thank you, Jim, for your stories.
Back to painting.
All right.
Have a good time. Hope, best of luck to your son, too, starting up UF.
Yeah,
so go Gators.
Painting is always one of those things that I think it's a good idea, especially if I get like this, like, oh, I want to paint the whatever it is. Like I just have an idea and then I start and I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah, why did I start?
Why did I start?
What was I thinking? This is a terrible idea.
Can I hire somebody to do this for me?
I should have got somebody to do. By the way, I know a good painter.
Oh, so. Perfect. All right, good. Because I probably will be like, oh, I want to paint something. It happens all the time, and then I forget how much it sucks. But you know what doesn't suck is a prize giveaway, and we have one coming at 12:45. So make sure you're tuned in. We're giving away tickets to go see Megadeth this Saturday. I think Financial Amphitheater. But before that, we have a trifecta and more coming your way on the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Singer-songwriter Lisa Loeb has been selling eyewear, glasses, and each of the frames are named after one of her songs.
They're all called Stay?
She's got other songs.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Rain and storms moving through the Palm Beaches. Look out for those wet roadways. We're not seeing any major delays on the expressways. 95 and the Turnpike accident-free. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back. Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cash Back Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Ugh, I've been feeling so sluggish and just kind of blah. Been there. That's why I take Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites. But I suppose they taste blah. Actually, they taste delicious. It's an apple blueberry flavored center covered in a yogurt coating and is infused with probiotics to help support a healthy gut. They come 5 in a pouch. I just toss one in my bag and go. Toss one in my bag? Get your own.
New Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites from the makers of the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Find them in the digestive care aisle.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach, 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Open to 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. And Sunday night is Midnight Madness. Every Sunday from 12 to 2. In the biz, 50% off drinks. Step right up, spin a wheel of madness, win amazing prizes. Sunday night at Monroe's. Get you ready for the week. Monroe's and Palm Beach. That's where all the sexy, beautiful ladies are. Peace!
Hey. If you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention.
Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day. But when we're driving, cooking, and working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Got a car to sell? Hey, it's Franny, and whether it's your daily driver, classic muscle car, or even a whole collection, GimmeTheVIN.com wants it. Skip the hassle of dealerships and lowball offers. At GimmeTheVIN.com, just enter your VIN or license plate and get a top dollar offer in minutes. They'll even beat a CarMax offer or pay you $100. Plus, you can visit one of their locations or have them come to you. Sell your car the easy way with America's best car buyer, GimmeTheVIN.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Bush Loaded, the greatest hits tour. Friday, August 30th, Hard Rock Live. With special guests, Jerry Cantrell and Candlebox. Tickets on sale now at myhrl.com or ticketmaster.com. Bush Loaded, the greatest hits tour. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood.
Is there a sticker on your garage door? If something goes wrong and you need an expert to solve your problem, are you just going to call that number because the sticker told you to? I mean, isn't that something your husband would do? Better call these guys, honey. The sticker said so. Can't violate the International Sticker Code now, can I? What kind of self-respecting man in a house surrenders his independence to a ratty old scrap of paper with glue on the back? Of course, if you find a Mo Better Garage sticker on it, you might want to listen to your husband just this once. Because all garage door stickers are not created equal. No matter who installed your garage door, you can call us to repair it. Our technicians are expertly trained on the widest range of equipment with the experience to solve any problem. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. After we fix it, we'll put our sticker on it. So your husband has someone to call.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Ugh, I've been feeling so sluggish and just kind of blah. Been there. That's why I take Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites. But I suppose they taste blah. Actually, they taste delicious. It's an apple blueberry flavored center covered in a yogurt coating and is infused with probiotics to help support a healthy gut. They come 5 in a pouch. I just toss one in my bag and go. Toss one in my bag? Ha! Get your own.
New Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites from the makers of the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Find them in the digestive care aisle.
You know, as they say, one person's personal information is another person's treasure.
Exactly. That's why I use NordVPN every time I surf the web. Features like Threat Protection Pro's safeguard devices from phishing websites and disable intrusive ads and trackers. Just check NordVPN.com, grab the deal, and see for yourself. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by September 2nd, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
During their back-to-school event, learn how Dell Technologies is helping underserved communities around the world.
Make a difference with Dell and shop AI-ready PCs powered by Snapdragon X Series processors at Dell.com/deals.
Car accident? Visit smithball.com to learn more about our past huge results and how we can help.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Thursday. It's going to be a humid one for us as well. Temperatures near 90 degrees, and we're going to see thunderstorms moving across the area for us today. Winds are coming in out of the southwest, and they're going to help to bring storms across the area. Starting inland, moving east towards the coastline, heavy downpours and localized flooding is our biggest threat.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Shop Labor Day savings at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on select interior paint via Lowe's gift card rebate. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Between the lines, far beyond legal and ethical limits, and under the surface,
too dangerous or disruptive to the existing status quo.
Hosts Ben Bolin, Matt Frederick, and Noel Brown introduce you to the world of stuff they don't want you to know.
We have officially entered the age of biohacking.
History is riddled with unexplained events. Is somebody messing with us? Now it's time for some answers.
Take us to the edge of the rabbit hole. We'll do the rest.
Listen to Stuff They Don't Want You to Know on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Stuff They Don't Want You to Know and start listening.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, hopefully we are helping you get through your workday, whether you're sitting at an office, maybe streaming us, you're in the truck, wherever you are, you have Real Radio with you. And without you, there would be no us. The us being me. Hi, I'm Franny. Of course, we have Jimmy. Good afternoon.
Hello and good afternoon.
And normally we do have G-Man with us. He is taking the day off. Hopefully we will have him in the Penthouse with us tomorrow. But just because we don't have Greek doesn't mean we can't handle a trifecta. Actually, Jimmy is handling the trifectas.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
Well, we'll start on a diamond last night where the Mets beat the Orioles 4-3. Yankees beat the Guardians, 8-1. And Judge had 2 more home runs last night. And his season total is up to 47. So let's all say it together. All right.
Oh, sorry. Oh, do it one more time. Let's say it together. Yep. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
All rise. Sorry, it's hard for me to do that with the Yankees. It's just tough. But I like you, so I'll do it for you.
I'm sorry. I should have gotten to see what the Braves did last night. And we'll finish out here with our hometown Marlins. Unfortunately, they dropped one to the Diamondbacks 10-8. So let's move on over to the gridiron, where we all are anticipating the beginning of the season, which will be next week. But tonight is the start of Week 3 preseason football, and that's the Colts are going to travel to Cincinnati. They take on the Bengals. The Bengals are home dogs, getting 6.5 points from the Colts. That game is 8 o'clock tonight. And the other game that is on tonight, there's only 2, is the Chiefs are home against the Bears. They're getting 1.5, and that kickoff is at 8:20 p.m. Miami travels up to Tampa tomorrow night at 7:30 for a kickoff there, and the Bucs are a 2.5-point favorite in that game. And finally, finishing on the gridiron, and speaking of the Falcons here with Franny, the Falcons have locked down cornerback A.J. Terrell in a 4-year, $81 million contract extension that includes a $65.8 million worth guaranteed. That's the largest guarantee ever to be given to an NFL cornerback, and Terrell's $20.25 million salary makes him the second highest paid cornerback ever. And that is your Greeks trifecta for the noon hour.
Well, thank you so very much. In about 8 minutes, we will give you a cue to call to win those tickets to go see Megadeth. But I've been excited to get into this. And these are family-friendly phrases to describe a certain action.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it? So what do you say when it's time for a little hanky-panky time at home? And
There you go.
got the kids
Hanky-panky
around,
could
right?
be one of them, right?
Yeah, that's
So, is this so like so kids don't know what you're talking about?
basically,
Got
yeah.
it.
People online are sharing their favorite family-friendly phrases for getting it on, and here are some of the ones that topped the list. And of course, they are referencing as if they're going to say something to their children, like, "Well, we're going to take a nap."
Yeah.
That's about as
I bet
family-friendly as you can get, right? These are family-friendly terms for intercourse, helping each other with our taxes. Come on,
Why
honey.
going to the bedroom for
Time
that?
to help our.
right.
We got to help each other with
tax
our
time.
taxes. Yeah, got to pay them. We're gonna have an adult meeting. Adult meeting only.
Okay.
Adults
No kids
only.
allowed. I get
No
it.
Kids allowed. Adult family-friendly phrases for intercourse. We're gonna go move some furniture. I guess that would
So if you hear
explain-
noise.
exactly. That's kind of a setup there too. We're just sharing some quality time together. That was another one.
Okay.
Sharing some quality time. This one probably won't work with kids. Is playing hopscotch.
No, because they're going to want to play with you.
Exactly. I don't know why that one made the list. Of course,
Yeah.
this was a Reddit thread that was up there, so I just took out some of the ones that I thought were pretty funny.
Interesting.
Going to fold some laundry. Well, that's
Kids don't wanna do that,
They don't
so
want to
I
do
get
that,
it.
so
Yeah.
that's a deterrent. How about this one for a family-friendly phrase to describe intercourse? Going to load the dishwasher.
In the
And
bedroom?
That could actually be sexist if you
Well,
think
it
about
could.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, but like in the bedroom? That's what I'm
yep.
confused by. Or are they like, don't, I was going to say don't come in the kitchen, but that could be taken a bunch of different ways.
Yes, it could. And very good point there that, of course, we know that the dishes aren't done in the bedroom. So obviously that's only if you got a lock on the kitchen. Knocking boots is another family-friendly phrase.
Wait, yeah, but knocking, we know what that means, but kids probably don't.
Well, yeah. Adults would probably get most of these. And the last one I have on my list is listening to some Prince. And I don't know, that one kind of went over my head.
Well, maybe that's what they do. They blare Prince on. Maybe that's
Oh,
their
okay.
sexy time music. And so when they lock the door and Prince is on, they know,
All
like,
right.
hey, leave them alone.
Well, thank you very much for that, because I wasn't quite sure on that one. Now, when I saw this list, a lot of times, we'll think to ourselves, something that we can add to it or a phrase of our own. I said, hanky-panky or things like that. But it reminded me, did you ever see the movie Grumpy Old Men, or there was a Grumpy Old Men 2?
I saw the remake. Wait, isn't there, or was there?
There's two of them.
Yeah. But I thought there was like an old school one, and then there was, was it the only one in the early 90s?
There was there was
with
just
Walter
two of them.
Matthau.
Yeah, they both had.
Yes, Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. Yes.
Well, do you remember at the end, Burgess Meredith was the father for the one, I think Walter Matthau's character, if I'm not mistaken, or I probably have that wrong, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the movie, they did outtakes like they used to do in the old Cannonball Run. And remember that Burgess Meredith had all those ones when they saw Charlie, the character, was going to hook up with a gal. And when I saw this list, it reminded me of that. So I got the audio on that. This is pretty funny.
Looks like Chuck's taken old One Eye to the optometrist. Jeez, Dad. Yeah, it looks like Chuck's slipping her the old salami. Oh, Jesus, Dad. Looks like Chuck's gonna put the hot dog in the bun. Jesus, Dad. It looks like Chuck's a tomcat on the prowl. Meow. Looks like Chuck's taking the old log to the beaver. Looks like Chuck's gonna bury his boner.
Oh, God.
Looks like Chuck's taking the skin boat to Tuna Town.
Say we go back to my place, and I'll show you my spicy, peppy pepperoni. What do you say we go back to my house, and I'll show you my man-sized manicotti.
You know, I've been to Hawaii.
Which island?
I kind of like a poke you. You like a licky-dicky? I'm a kind of kinky. You want to peek a pee-pee?
Why don't you come to my place?
Oh, my
I'll
God.
show you my beefy bologna. Huh? No? How would you like my bony macaroni? Or my fatty Alfredo? Or my hard salami?
Oh, God.
Got them all.
That's good.
Going to Tuna Town.
Oh my God, my skin boat. What did he say? That's good stuff. Makes me want to go revisit. And that was all of the outtakes.
Yeah, they did that.
And that had been all improvisation, it seems like. It seems like he's the one who just came up with those things.
Yep, he just, so I guess in Grumpy Old Man 2, that was actually him. Like he was picking up a girl in the grocery store.
Oh, so
or
good.
a woman, I should say. And
you just need to keep that for later on for who knows when. Just keep all those. That needs to be just like kept in all the things that you have that are good here in the Penthouse. Those audio clips.
Family-friendly way to talk about it.
I don't know if those were family-friendly. A lot of those. But if you want to add Eddie, 47142, just start that text off with Real Radio. Or this is a great way to use our TalkBack feature on the iHeartRadio app. Yeah, that was a good find. Good find, Jimmy.
All right. Well, you want to give away a prize?
Yeah, why not? Might as well.
Let's do it. We have a pair of tickets to see Megadeth for the Destroy All Enemies tour. I didn't do it right. Destroy All Enemies tour. That's going on this Saturday, just a couple days from today at I Think Financial Amphitheater. By the way, special guest Mudvayne and All That Remains will be there too. So that is going to be one rockin' show. You want to go to it? Give us a call right now, 877-927-6969, 877-927-6969. Now, it seemed to work the other day, so I don't see why we can't do it again.
Try it again.
We're going to play Who's Most Likely To, and we'll point at the empty chair if we think that it's Greek. So it could still be either Greek, Francis, or myself. After Francis reads a scenario, we're going to vote amongst ourselves. Who's most likely to fit that scenario? And if you guess who we voted for, we're going to send you to, I Think, Financial Amphitheater this Saturday night to rock out with Megadeth. I see some people are calling right now, so I'm going to get them lined up, and we'll get going in a minute.
Sounds perfect. That's 877-927-6969. Let's fill up those lines. We are playing Who's Most Likely To, as Jimmy mentioned. I give you a scenario, and then you just fill in the blanks. Greek, Jimmy, or myself. I know G-Man's not here, but he has a chair that we can just point at. So that's how we did it last time, and it worked out perfectly. And then tomorrow, we are giving away a $125 gift card to New York Prime. That is Greek's favorite steakhouse. In fact, it's Boca Raton's premier steakhouse with a separate club ambiance, a wine list that goes on for days and days. And, of course, you can check out everything they have to offer at NewYorkPrime.com. And then a heads up, you got about, I would say 10 minutes, around 12:55 is when we cut off the keyword for 9 o'clock. And if you want to enter that keyword was Vegas. Put that in, text it to 200-200, and that could get you a pair of passes to the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas, Nevada. Airfare, hotel accommodation. We got not only that, we also give you travel to and from the hotel and airport, plus $1,000. You got about 10 minutes till you get that for 9 o'clock keyword, because at 1 o'clock, we got a brand new keyword coming your way. So make sure you're tuned in. We ready to roll, Jimmy?
Yes, we are. We are ready to play a little game called Who's Most Likely To for a pair of Megadeth tickets. And Joe was the first contestant to get through. Joe, welcome to the Penthouse. How you doing today, buddy?
Doing all right.
All right, Joe. You know how the game works?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we'll get right to it then. I'm going to start a little music here. Franny's going to read that scenario. Now, I'll give you the cue to give us your answer. Okay, Joe?
All right.
All right.
All right, Joe.
Whenever
Let's make this a one and done. I feel like as long as you know us, you will get this right away. Out of Jimmy, Greek, or me, Franny, who is most likely to have a sketchy browser history?
All right, Joe, we have our answer. Out of the three of us, Greek, Francis, or myself, Jimmy, who's most likely to have a sketchy browser history?
I'm going to say you, Jimmy.
Yeah, damn right.
You know it.
You know the show, and you know me, Joe. Great job. Now, if you would, buddy, I'm going to put you on hold. If you can hang tight for a couple minutes, when we go to the break at the top of the hour, I'll get back on the line with you off air, and we'll get you set up with those Megadeth tickets. Okay, bud?
Sounds like a plan.
Congratulations.
Nice job. And by the way, that's just all made up. I mean, my history is just fine.
Right.
There's nothing sketchy about it
I've hopped on your computer. You got to delete that history.
Damn it.
So 47142, from grumpy old men to friendly ways of saying intercourse. Somebody else has the
shocker.
I know, right? Like what gets people. At 47142, somebody else has loading the dishwasher. I guess that's something that they use in their household. Says, my wife used to say, honey, would you like to feed the furnace?
Nice.
And then somebody else says, hey, when it comes to doing dishes in the bedroom, it's a small load. You can do it by hand.
Oh, damn. That's nice. I love that.
And then somebody wanted to let us know that
that's a great comeback.
with the outtakes from Grumpy Old Men.
Yeah.
They say, of course, at the credits, they said they're all like all the outtakes of all the actors that are there, not just him, but they said it's better than the movie itself.
Oh, yeah. It's funny. Well, the movie's pretty funny, too. I enjoyed it. But Bird, and, of course, you know, it's like hearing a little kid cuss whenever you see, like, you know, a grown,
dirty old man.
An old guy like Burgess Meredith. Rest his soul.
Yeah, no, it's fun stuff. So speaking of fun, Mike, let's keep on going with some things. We have a little Would You Rather. Play along with us. And Jimmy, I have some Would You Rather questions. We haven't done any of these in a while.
Okay.
And some of these are kind of hard, and some of them are very easy for you to decide. And we'll start with something, let's see. Just basic, very easy. Play along. Would you rather, Jimmy, give up your favorite food for an entire year?
All right.
Or eat your least favorite food for a year, but you could still have your favorite dish? That makes any sense?
I would rather give up my favorite. I'd rather give up
your favorite food for an entire year or eat your least favorite food for a year. So give up, because you can still eat other things that you enjoyed.
Yeah. I would rather just give up my favorite.
Me too. I think that one was an easy one. And it looks like, because it tells you we're in the majority, 90% of people say the same thing. Now,
it seems like a no-brainer. I mean, why would you want to do the other one?
I know, because maybe some people love their favorite food so much that they couldn't give it up.
Okay, all right.
That's probably it. But there's other things I can eat, right? They say, would you rather be locked in your bedroom for the rest of your life or go anywhere you want but your bedroom? So you can never go to your bedroom, or you're locked in your bedroom.
Again, that seems like a no-brainer. I'd rather be able to go anywhere I wanted. Yeah.
Yep. Some people are homebodies. And of course, like I said, these are either easy ones. So we are in the majority. Would you rather, this is another easy one. It's so silly. Would you rather, and then they'll get a little bit more complex, but would you rather give up your most prized possession?
Okay.
Or die today? Give up my most prized possession. I don't want to die today.
Yeah, I'm ready to. Actually, I'm ready to punch my ticket. Let's go.
So I'm guessing give up your most prized possession. 87%. But there are 13% who'd rather die today. So there's still a percentage. All right. Would you rather have super strength or super speed?
Ooh, speed. I think I'd rather be fast, and not just in the bedroom.
Me too. And that one's close. 56% speed, 44% strength.
All right. I mean, there's obvious advantages to both, but I don't know. I just think it'd be great.
Me too. Like, I feel like you could get anywhere fast.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to drive. You can just, run
like
wherever you wanted to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, anywhere.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's say we're doing Would You Rather. Play along with us. That one, I feel like we've already done one. Would you rather sleep in the rain for the rest of your life or sleep on a bed of nails? God.
Yeah, have you ever done the bed of nails? Because I haven't, but
I see people stand on it, and it's not like you get punctured because it's like even like distributed your weight on them.
Right, and that's what I've heard. It's actually, I mean, don't they say, or is that an old wives' tale?
I don't know.
It's actually therapeutic.
But I kind of want to, I don't want either of them, but I feel like being wet and dripped on all day sounds terrible.
Right.
I don't want to say all day, but while you're sleeping.
Yeah, but boy, you couldn't move around. And
that bed of nails, you get a nail in the ear, eyeballs.
Yeah.
I think I'm still going sleep on a bed of nails. This one's tougher, but I think I'm going bed of nails.
I'll go in the rain.
You're going in the rain?
Yeah.
You're in the majority, 92% rather sleep in the rain.
Wow,
yeah.
that's a big difference.
Yeah. Yep.
Clearly.
Uh-huh. All right. Would you rather reveal your most embarrassing moment to a crowd of people or be out in public with no clothing on. You should have to wear with no pants.
That's easy. Hello.
You know what? Reveal your most embarrassing moment all day.
Really?
To be like outside without any clothing on? Well, I would get arrested too.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure it's what? Just there's a time frame.
I don't know.
I'm
They don't
sure,
give you the time
right?
frame.
It doesn't say that, but
I mean, even my most embarrassing moment, like I feel like when you walk outside without any clothes on, that is going to be your most embarrassing moment.
There it is. Knock them both out. It's true.
Yeah, so you probably want to go outside with no clothes on.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Yeah. 89%.
Been there, done that.
89% rather most embarrassing moment.
Oh, okay.
See, I think it's different if you're in a place where nudity is okay. But if you're outside where there's children and everybody and it's just public place, and that's when it's just like, all right.
Anytime children is involved, that's a different story too. So.
A little would you rather, you can play along with us. Oh, no, that one sounds terrible. Okay. Would you rather be sick forever or get a broken bone every day?
Oh, my goodness, every day. I mean, obviously, both are terrible.
They are
but
horrible.
I would rather be sick because, I mean, I could deal with that versus the pain of a broken
bone. Yeah, being sick forever would suck, too.
Yeah.
But we are in the majority at 78%. Would you rather? Nah, that one's too easy. I want to get the hard ones.
Okay.
Would you rather win a brand new car or go on a trip to a location of your choice?
Trip. I'd rather travel.
Yeah.
Although I guess there's a thought process that you could,
save money on that car, the vehicle. I mean, but if
you get the car, you sell it, then you can go on multiple trips. Too. There is that side of it.
Yeah, I think I would rather go on a trip. I'm content with my vehicle. We are in the majority at 71%. Would you rather is what we're doing. Would you rather be famous or be a successful entrepreneur? Set up your own business.
Entrepreneur any day of the week.
Me too, 65%, which I'm actually surprised because the way things are going these days with kids, and this is a BuzzFeed little quiz that we're doing.
Right.
Typically, right? I mean, what they want to do is be famous, Insta-famous, YouTube. So I was surprised.
In a way, if you're one, you could be both, right? And that's
True.
If you're, depends on what the business is, right?
I mean, we talk about it even this morning. One of our first segments was all about CEOs, and they're famous in their own right? Elon, Bezos, we were talking, yeah. Let's see here. We will wrap it up with some would you rather. Would you rather have a personal butler or maid for the next 5 years? This one's very random.
Okay.
Or be immortal?
Butler.
Me.
I wouldn't want to be immortal.
Me too.
Yeah.
I just think a lot of people who are like, yeah, I want to live forever. And but you see everybody around you die. And I feel like that's a miserable life.
Yeah, it's one of those common things. Like even when you see that portrayed in movies, like that's the first thing that they always go to is that, yeah, okay, great, you live forever, but you see all your loved ones pass away. I mean, everything, there's just so much death. Plus, I mean, I guess you never really know what kind of shape you'll be in, right?
Yeah.
There's always that factor too, but.
Somebody has their own would you rather. They said, I'd rather walk into a lion's cage wearing a suit made of ribeyes than attend a Taylor Swift concert. Okay. I guess you love her, don't you? Another about one of these.
President of the Taylor Swift fan club.
Sure is. Another would you rather says bedroom or not, go anywhere I want because I already sleep in my living room. That's from Sarah. Yeah, I find myself to sleep in my living room every now and then, and that's just because I fall asleep on the weekends. It says I don't know, Franny.
That's called passed out. That's not falling asleep.
You're not wrong. It says, I don't know, Franny. Wet and being dropped on sounds like a good Saturday night. I think it meant tripped on, but yes.
Same thing.
And then if Jimmy was to spend any time in Central America during monsoon season, he would definitely take the bed of nails, they said.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So to each his own.
I've never been on a bed of nails, so I guess I
haven't
can't
either.
really.
I mean, they both sound terrible, but we had to pick one.
Very
But
true.
yes, make sure you're tuned in because not only do we have Florida stories coming your way, but we also have another key word coming around 1 o'clock, maybe a little bit after. So make sure you're tuned in, whether you're on the FM dial, of course, iHeartRadio app. You can still hear it because that keyword will get you into Las Vegas, Nevada for our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
No one gives a big warm hug like us when you need it. Come on, get in here. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. What? Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Rain and storms moving through the Palm Beaches. Look out for those wet roadways. We're not seeing any major delays on the expressways, 95 and the Turnpike accident-free. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Saucy Nugs, a whole new way to nug. The best nugs are now even better. Wendy's new Saucy Nugs take the nugs you love and sauce them up in bold flavors, including buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, and spicy ghost pepper. Try them all today. For a whole new way to nug, it's gotta be Wendy's. A participating U.S. Wendy's.
Hey, it's baseball season. What do you want to do with baseball? You want to hit it out of the park, and that's the same thing you want to do with your retirement funds. You want to make sure you got enough so you can enjoy life and enjoy South Florida and maybe catch a baseball game. Call Trajan Wealth today at 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. It's like a call to the bullpen. You're going to get great results. Make sure you call them, talk to them, stop in their offices in West Palm Beach, figure out a strategy and a plan, and hit it out of the park your retirement. South Florida is beautiful, and you want to enjoy it playing golf or maybe hanging by the pool. Trajan Wealth can help you figure out a plan so you can reach your goals. 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Trajan Wealth can help you hit it out of the park. Peace. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC and SEC registered investment advisor, paid advertisement.
And now another insurance story from
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Wow, I wonder how much all this costs. Shh. Well, it can't be cheap. Do we even have enough for our own, you-know-what?
Honey, shh. I heard he bought final expense insurance through the Smart Bunny app.
The Smart Bunny app?
Like on your phone?
I know what an app is.
For the love of all things decent, be quiet.
Get up to $25,000 of lifelong coverage for funeral expenses, debts, and other needs for as little as $14 a month. And no medical exam is required. So hop on the Smart Bunny app now and grab some final expense insurance.
Honey, are you buying the insurance, like, right now?
Time is precious.
So true.
Shh. Smart Bunny Insurance.
Smart Bunny. Smart Bunny.
Your insurance super app. Insurance is sold by Smart Bunny Insurance Services and underwritten by various companies. Coverage exclusions and limitations may apply.
Ugh, I've been feeling so sluggish and just kind of blah. Been there. That's why I take Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites. But I suppose they taste blah. Actually, they taste delicious. It's an apple blueberry flavored center covered in a yogurt coating and is infused with probiotics to help support a healthy gut. They come 5 in a pouch. I just toss one in my bag and go. Toss one in my bag? Get your own.
New Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites from the makers of the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Find them in the digestive care aisle.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Don't miss our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival presented by Capital One.
Las Vegas, are you having a good time?
Friday and Saturday, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
iHeartRadio, let's go!
Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Olesky for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Thursday. It's going to be a humid one for us as well. Temperatures near 90 degrees. We're going to see thunderstorms moving across the area for us today. Winds are coming in out of the southwest, and they're going to help to bring storms across the area. Starting inland, moving east towards the coastline, heavy downpours and localized flooding is our biggest threat.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's best sale of the year, Labor Day sale. Save up to $900 on select adjustable mattress sets from Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Sealy. Plus, get up to a $300 instant gift for pillows and more.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
You been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio has your shot at $1,000 and a VIP trip to Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword music to the number 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info, standard data, and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's music to 200-200. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Hello and good morning to you. Welcome back into the Penthouse. This is Franny. Normally you have Greek as the host today, sitting in the captain's chair, or every day, but he is taking a day off. But you do have me, and of course, we have Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy, and good morning.
Hello, and good morning.
And I always say we have you as well. Be that third seat since Greek is not here. And if you want to check out what's going on in the Penthouse, and I'm talking about video-wise, if you want to see us, we have Real TV. You just have to go to realradio921.com, click on Real TV. That is brought to you by our friend Jason Weiser, attorney at law. And then just recently, we started running a Facebook live feed, which is the same thing going on. If you're on Facebook, you can search us, Real Radio 921. In fact, follow us on all the platforms. We have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Real Radio 921. Now, even though we do not have Greek with us, we still have a trifecta, and Jimmy is going to handle that.
Riders up. It's Greek's trifecta.
Well, we'll keep this nice and simple. We got some Major League Baseball scores from last night. The Mets upended the Orioles 4-3. The Yankees beat the Guardians 8-1 with Judge hitting 2 more home runs. He's up to 47 now for the season. And the Marlins dropped one to the Diamondbacks 10-8. Now we'll move over to the NFL, where Week 3 preseason football starts tonight. The Colts travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. The Bengals are a home dog, getting 6.5. That game starts at 8 p.m. The Chiefs are home against the Bears, and they're getting 1.5. Kickoff for them begins at 8:20. And just for our Miami fans, since we're down in the area, Miami travels up state to Tampa on tomorrow night at 7:30 to take on the Bucs. They are getting 2.5 points from them. And finally, the Falcons, again, staying with the NFL, have locked down cornerback A.J. Terrell in a 4-year, $81 million contract extension that includes $65.8 million guaranteed. Not too bad. That's the largest guarantee ever to an NFL cornerback, and Terrell's $20.25 million average salary makes him annual salary, I should say, makes him the second highest paid quarterback ever. And that is your Greeks trifecta for the 10 a.m. hour. Now we'll do a little history lesson here on this day in history.
On this day in history.
Well, we've heard of the Geneva Convention in the past, and on this day, the Geneva Convention was held in 1864, and it was adopted by 12 nations, meeting in, of course, Geneva. The agreement, advocated by a Swiss humanitarian, called for nonpartisan care to the sick and wounded in times of war and provided for the neutrality of medical personnel. 1 year later, in 1865, genius William Shepard of New York City patented liquid soap. 122 years ago today, in 1902, Theodore Roosevelt became the first U.S. president to ride in an automobile at a public appearance.
Was it Theodore that we talked about yesterday that had a hyena? Was it?
I think it was.
Yeah, right?
I do believe you're correct on that. 35 years ago today, we're jumping way ahead. 1989 was the year Nolan Ryan of the Texas Rangers became the first pitcher in Major League Baseball history to throw 5,000 career strikeouts. He'd go on to rack up a total of 5,714, over 1,500 more than his closest competition. 20 years ago today, in 2004, you know the painting The Scream? Well, that was stolen from a museum in Oslo, Norway. Was recovered 2 years later. I think yesterday or the day before was the anniversary of when the Mona Lisa was stolen, too, on a weird coincidence.
Same people?
Not sure. 17 years ago today, in 2007, the Texas Rangers beat the Baltimore Orioles 30-3. That was the most runs scored by any team in modern Major League Baseball history. And finally, 12 years ago today, in 2012, LL Cool J caught a burglar in his home shortly before 2 a.m.
Did he say, Mama gonna knock you out?
I think he did knock him out. He restrained the guy until the police could get there. And that's what happened on August 22nd in our history.
Well, thank you so very much. Now, we were talking some rich CEO action, and we'll talk about another one. We mentioned CEO, new one from Starbucks, of course, Bezos, and now Elon Musk, who I think is still on top because I saw Bezos as number 2 as far as richest. Is Elon back on top?
Last I saw, he was, but
yeah.
that was
I mean, we know that Twitter was a X, whatever you want to call it, was a huge failure for him. But other than that, he's doing okay. But yeah, he's got SpaceX. And even NASA is hiring SpaceX, right? To get I think they were going to hire him not only to take down the ISS eventually, but I think they were going to hop on. Was it a SpaceX flight? Was it SpaceX that they were supposed to get the 2 astronauts back down?
I thought that was.
Was it Blue Origin?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
so it was Bezos.
That was their issue.
Okay, so it might have been them, but they are doing this, and I'm curious. I think you would do it. I don't know if I would do it, especially what's happening right now with those other two. But there's, but I don't know. I mean, being at space would be cool. Like I would do. Where you're at the edge of space,
right?
How they have the balloon thing that goes up there, and I believe it's Florida-based.
There was that one, and there was the one, and I always forget his name, but Virgin Airlines,
yes,
and Virgin Records,
Branson,
yes. He apparently that was one of his big things.
Mm-hmm.
One of his first ones was to take you up into a weightlessness atmosphere, and you can experience that, which is a lot of fun.
Well, they do. They have that Florida company. I can't think of it. We've talked about it, but they're the ones. It looks like a big hot air balloon is what it looks like, and they take you to the edge of space. Excuse me. But and I wonder how obviously I know you have to pay probably to get into something like this, but there's what they call civilians, and there's 3 of them, plus a billionaire, who I'm sure is paid for, but 4 non-government astronauts are about to embark on what they said could be a defining mission to the upper reaches of Earth's orbit. It's Polaris Dawn is going to launch within a week if it's going according to schedule. So they say on the agenda for this ambitious venture is the first ever private spacewalk. So not only do they get to go up there, they actually get to spacewalk too, right?
No kidding.
They're going to do some scientific experiments, test as humanity eyes future missions deep into the cosmos, they say, in years ahead, including to Mars. So the first of 3 human space flights under this Polaris program has been jointly planned and funded by another billionaire, not just Elon Musk. He is, of course, part of this. His name is Jarek Isaacman. But they say if his name sounds familiar, it may be because he's also the man behind Inspiration 4, which was the mission that became the first ever private orbital space flight back in 2021.
Oh, okay. But Musk is involved with this one.
He is, because he's SpaceX.
They're partnering together on this.
Yep. So I'm curious to see. They said the journey, they're going to have like new technology, including some next-gen spacesuits. And they arrived this past Monday at Kennedy Space Center. So this is where the launch is going to be. And according to this, if it's going to happen, it'll be Monday the 26th. So coming up very soon. But if you haven't seen pictures of it.
Oh, that's right, because we're going to be up in Orlando. That's right.
Oh, are you guys going to try to catch it?
Carly had said something about there's a launch. As a matter of fact, they have a program where you can you can actually buy a package and go out and witness the launch.
Okay.
Because we were kind of
That's cool.
Me and my one buddy are really into that type of thing. And we were talking about maybe someday we'd go up to Kennedy and actually watch a launch. And this is as close as we'll get, but at least in Orlando, we'll get a pretty good shot of it.
Yeah, so I thought it was kind of cool. And even
That's
if you
neat.
see their new suits, they're a little bit more sleeker, not as bulky as the other ones. Speaking of, we will say it once again, and because they are partners with iHeartRadio, but not just that, because it's absolutely incredible. If you have not done the space exploration, the Infinite at Kravis Center, time is a ticking.
Yeah, that's
September 2nd.
Is that it?
That's Labor Day.
Second? Ooh,
That's
not that much.
next weekend. We have a Monday. Yeah, 2 more Mondays.
A couple weeks left.
2 more Mondays. So do it. That is like a VR thing. You feel like you're on the International Space Station. I'm telling you, I enjoy space, but I'm not like, super nerdy about it. Not saying you're a nerd about it, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
I think it's cool. I left there going, now I want to be an astronaut.
It's a great experience.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like Franny says, you don't even have to be into the space to just be in awe of the technology that we have with that type of the headset and walking around and what it can do. So I'm kind of curious to see if another program will come up, where maybe it does like a race car type thing or another, I don't know what else there could be out there. I'm sure that there's plenty of things that they can come up with that virtual reality, in a program like that.
Yeah, no,
so that's really cool.
I think it'll be super cool. And thank you, Matt in Port St. Lucie. I am aware just if it didn't come out right, at 47142 started off with Real Radio. He said, Franny, that's Boeing that the astronauts are stuck